The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Jubilee and Sun City Radio, Sketa Saboba, FM Saboba, and A1 Radio Bulga Tanga. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, danger looms as lack of space compromises quality of healthcare at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital.
If you combine Rage, University of Ghana Medical Center, and 37, the number of people that are sent to these 4 facilities by National Health Agenda, they don't even reach that of Komfo-Anokye.
On the labour front, the Ghana Medical Association urges government to fast-track implementation of agreed conditions of service, blaming the poor working environment for the poor mental state of some of its members.
Some, because of this overload of work, where they don't go on leave, they cannot tackle their issues. Females who are pregnant and still have to go to work, and yet the commensurate remuneration doesn't go with these things.
Meanwhile, the management of the National Identification Authority has declared its inability to fulfill requests made by staff regarding their conditions of service.
We are asking a simple question. Is NIA the only public institution in Ghana whose allowances have been consolidated by the single financial structure?
In business,
banks in Ghana wrote off 4.33 billion cedis as bad debt in 2023, a 79% reduction over that of 2022. Details on the Joy Business Report.
Later, former President Mahama urges the government to acknowledge the power supply issues as doom so and provide a timetable for citizens to plan.
You sleep and the lights go off. And we know that they are shedding load. They have a problem with generation. Some generation assets are down. They have a problem with paying for gas.
These are more coming up with me, Mami Sinyamicha Thompson. Please stay. We start from the Ashanti region. A lack of adequate space is compromising the quality of healthcare at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. Data from the National Ambulance Service suggests the hospital receives more emergency cases than any hospital in the country. Meanwhile, Joy News' checks suggest wards at the Accident and Emergency Center, designed to accommodate 12 patients on the average, houses over 40 patients, with some receiving treatment on the floor. The head of public relations at the facility, Kwame Frimpong, says until resources are improved, quality healthcare cannot be guaranteed.
National Ambulance Service data will tell you that they take more patients to Komfo-Anokye than any hospital in Ghana. We've talked consistently. If you come to Greater Accra, combine Kulebu, Rage, University of Ghana Medical Center, and 37, the number of people that are sent to these 4 facilities by National Health Agenda, they don't even reach that of Komfo-Anokye. Komfo-Anokye's figure as one hospital is higher than the 4 hospitals combined. That should tell you the kind of pressure. There are spaces that were designed for 12. If you go to Komfo-Anokye now, Orange, 12. The minimum you count on any day is 40. That's why when you come and you tell us that we have no best in normal Komfo-Anokye, we tell you that is not true. We have space, lack of space. That's our challenge. But we've compromised the space. And at times, because of this thing, you may also end up compromising the quality of care. We need a lot more support as it is.
You heard head of public relations at Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital, Kwame Frimpong. Now, the Ghana Medical Association is calling on government to accelerate the implementation of agreed conditions of service for its members. The association is attributing the poor state of mental well-being among some of the members to the deplorable working environment. The GMA demands improved salaries and benefits, car waivers, security of tenure, and others. The General Secretary of the association, Dr. Richard Salome, emphasizes that a majority of their members are operating in challenging conditions that require urgent attention.
A doctor is working in a district facility. He has to deal with a pregnant woman who has bled post-op and needs to have an emergency procedure. He needs, for example, to refer this person to a higher center. The ambulance comes in and you now have to spend sometimes hours battling with them to pay for the ambulance. Most often we have to pay from our own pockets. Sometimes this back and forth go on to the extent that people die in the process. We are human beings as doctors and we feel it as well. Some, because of this overload of work, where they don't go on leave, they cannot tackle their issues. Females who are pregnant and still have to go to work, they are on leave, but they are essentially at work. And yet the commensurate remuneration doesn't go with these things. All these have effects on mental health of health workers.
Still on conditions of service, the management of the National Identification Authority, NIA, has declared its inability to fulfill requests made by staff regarding their conditions of service. This comes as a reply to the looming threat of a strike by the NIA division of the Public Service Workers Union. Staff members have stated that if certain demands, including approved allowances outlined in the conditions of service, are not reflected in their March 2024 pay slips, they will initiate an indefinite strike starting from March 25. Here's the divisional chairman of the Public Service Workers Union at the NIA, Francis Nyazagul.
When we look at the document, we realize that there were certain allowances in the document that all staff were entitled to enjoy those allowances, but they were never provided to us since our inception. We requested for these allowances. Regrettably, the venerable professor has always stated and has been very firm to his grounds that conditions of service documents, as he alleges, exist in principle, but the allowances as contained in it are consolidated into the single time power structure. We are asking a simple question. Is NIA the only public institution in Ghana whose allowances have been consolidated by the single time power structure?
But the National Identification Authority has been responding. My colleague Maxwell Agbagba joins me with more. Maxwell, what's the response?
Well, the head of administration and human resources, in a letter signed for the executive secretary, Professor Kenneth Ajimanatifa, wrote, quote, management is not in the position to implement proposals it has submitted to a third party, that is the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, which alone is the statutory body to duly consider and act on the proposals. Following the receipt of the proposals, the Fair Wages and Salaries Commissions requested NIA to furnish it with additional documents for necessary action. The requirement, as noted above, induced the SOS documents. Now, the PSC is now seized with the SOS document, and once it approves, NIA will promptly forward same together with other required documents to the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. It concludes by saying that upon receipt of the requisite document from NIA, the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission will negotiate NIA's proposals with the Ministry of Finance and the union concerned. In these circumstances, your demand for the implementation of NIA's proposals to the Fair Wages and Salaries Commissions and for same to be reflected in the March 2024 pay slip of staff is unrealistic and cannot be met, unquote.
Thank you, Maxwell Agbagba. Now, the St. Ignatius of Loyola Senior High School in Wa in the Upper West region has been temporarily closed down after fire destroyed its multi-purpose dining hall complex. The fire, which started during the wee hours of Saturday, bent many of the newly built desk, dining tables, and set of benches and assorted food items. Joy News' Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam has more.
Personnel of the Ghana National Fire Service from Muchao were called into action, but were unable to salvage the situation. Deputy Upper West Regional Commander of the Ghana National Fire Service, DO2, Adams Isaku, explained to a worried Upper West Regional Minister, Dr. Hafiz Bin Sali.
So before the arrival of the Wuchao to the fire scene, it was in the full group state. So everything done in that building was supposed to be burned. Has got its
Wuchao, do they have a tender?
Wuchao have a tender.
Okay. Yeah. It's a serious situation. Nothing can be done about this structure. With my layman's eye, only thing we can do to it is to pull it down.
Headmaster of the school, Emmanuel Banonwie, disclosed that they have lost several items.
Items destroyed at the store. Maize, 24 bags. Mackerel, 15 cartons. Vegetable oil, 24 cans.
Head prefect of the school, Elder Nanang, painted a mental picture of what they are going to lose in the absence of the multi-purpose dining hall.
In fact, the destruction of this hall is like the burn down of the Parliament House in Ghana right now, because that's where everything happens.
Former President Mahama says government owes it a duty to be truthful about the energy situation in the country. According to him, the erratic power supply is as a result of generation difficulties, demanding government to admit it to be doomsday and provide a load-shedding timetable to enable citizens' plan. The former president was addressing a rally at Zini in the Upper West region as part of his Building Ghana tour.
Today, every day, you sleep and the lights go off. And we know that they are shedding load. They have a problem with generation. Some generation assets are down. They have a problem with paying for gas. They have a problem with paying for fuel. So every day they are shedding between 280 and 480 megawatts of power. But they will not give us a timetable and say you'll be off today this one will be off tomorrow, because that's what Ghanaians know as doomsday. And so we'll just put off the lights anytime there is no doomsday. But we know that it's doomsday. And so as leaders, we must learn to tell our people the truth, and we must be honest with them. Unfortunately, this government has not been honest with the people.
NDC flag bearer John Mahama ending this morning's bulletin, brought to you on Joy 99.7 FM. And next is business on the Super Morning Show. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson.
Charlie, we be Ghana. That be why DSTV, they give you more for less. From the 1st to the 31st of March, grab a DSTV decoder plus a dish and 1 month compact subscription at a cool 299 Ghana cedis. Watch Kudus and all our Ghana stars for Europe's top leagues. Plus movies for Kwaba Magic and the kids channels. Rush now for your DSTV full kit with 1 month compact subscription at any sales point for 299 Ghana cedis this March. DSTV, it's your moment.
Hello? Yeah, Kofi. Charlie, we spoke about going to Imperial for our motor insurance today.
Shit, are you the one to remind me? I am at Imperial already.
What?
I told you about their motor insurance promo, right?
Yeah.
This time it is reloaded, my brother.
Wow.
Imperial General is saying, come insure with them from now till the end of April and get yourself handsome rewards. 4 coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and many, many more. And here's the catch. During this reward period, your motor insurance policy will give you an automatic 1-year life insurance cover, my brother. And now you can also get brand new tires and other car accessories as well. It is really reloaded. Everybody qualifies. Just insure your car and you are done.
Hey, Charlie, I hear I can even do it online and still get my reward.
Oh yes, don't slow. Talk to your broker, agent, or call us on 0577 667 436 for further details. You can also follow us on all our socials. T's and C's apply. Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Millennium Insurance has enhanced its motor insurance policy cover to make life more comfortable for you, our valued clients, and in the event of vehicle breakdown whilst on the road. To ensure your safety and that of your vehicle, Millennium Insurance will ensure that your broken down vehicle is towed to a safe place within 1 hour of call and 30 kilometers radius from the place of breakdown. This service is absolutely free. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, is on standby to be of service to you. Contact us now on 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821, 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Hey, sorry. Chairman. Hey, Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
We've got the best your service.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. The 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Coming up is the Joy Business Report, brought to us by Omnibasic Bank, at your service. Akbafu.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Oh, God is taking care of us. I've just been concerned about, our hosting of the All Africa Games. Now, we've complained about the decision to host it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we're hosting, you would expect that a few things will be done right. Unfortunately, we don't seem to be getting it. Just listen to this, Akbafu. Just listen to this.
The equipment that we got didn't even come the times we really have nobody has trained the equipment, nothing. The rackets, nothing. The racket I used to play a tournament. I got it just a day, and I've never tested it. The shoe I was size 47. They gave me 36. How am I going to use it for? We don't sit today. We come to play our matches. We sat in our coach's vehicle, and it was a pickup. So most of us, like 8 players, were in the bucket. We didn't get any transport. We host nation, Ghana.
Wow.
I mean, just think about that for a minute. Host nation, and he's right, host nation. Now, the rackets he used, he got it a day before the competition. Even his shoe size, we got it wrong.
And then he ends up in a bucket with, 8 other people?
Yes. So, how do you expect them to deliver? I mean, did we not know all this time that we're supposed to get all these equipment for these people to compete for the nation?
Poor planning and organization. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, but the point is, you, in 2018, decided to host the All Africa Games. You paid to host this tournament.
So we had time to plan.
We had time to plan. And yet we deliver this. But that's not all. I'm sure you know the situation about the cyclist who was using his own bicycle.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
Oh, he was using his own bicycle. So he said, he had trained with his bicycle. On the day of the competition, the bicycle, messed him up. And so he had to withdraw. Can you imagine? Host nation.
We can do better than this. Yeah.
We can. And this morning we'll talk about that here on the Super Morning Show. But of course, this morning also, we've been talking about education. We've been talking about the need to have, a nice environment, a good environment to actually enhance teaching and learning. Now, there are a lot of schools with lots of good facilities, and so you go in there, you're able to study. But there are some schools that actually need help. And this morning we'll throw light on one of those schools where students or people sit on the floor to study. Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. But it's now time for the Joy Business Report with Darryl Kwao and the team.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, banks in Ghana wrote off 4.33 billion cedis as bad debt in 2023, a 79% reduction over that of 2022. Also, interest rates fall for the 10th consecutive week as demand for treasury bills continue to remain high despite the upside risks. Plus, World Bank expected to disburse $300 million budgetary support in coming days after Parliament approved the loan agreement last week. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for being with us this Monday morning. Hello to our friends listening on KTU Radio in Koforidua. Banks in Ghana wrote off 4.33 billion cedis as bad debt in 2023. This is a 79.2% reduction over that of 2022. Here's more in this report.
The bad debt was classified as loan losses, depreciation, and others. In December 2023, the total bad debt was estimated at 20.8 billion cedis. According to the Bank of Ghana, banks reported lower impairment on financial assets in 2023. Total provisions and impairments contracted by 79.2% in December 2023 after increasing sharply in December 2022 on account of the huge impairment on restructured bonds. Meanwhile, asset quality risks were elevated in December 2023, reflecting the lingering impact of the 2022 macroeconomic challenges on the banking sector. Notwithstanding the moderation in growth in the stock on non-performing loans, the industry's NPL ratio increased to 20.7% in December 2023 from 16.6% in December 2022. Similarly, the NPL ratio adjusted for the fully provisioned loan loss category increased from 6.6% to 8.4% during the same comparative period. The NPL stock increased by 37.4% to 15.8 billion cedis in December 2023.
Now, interest rates fell for the 10th consecutive week as demand for treasury bills continued to remain high despite the upside risks. According to auction results by the Bank of Ghana, the government secured 4.83 billion cedis of the bids tendered.
As predicted by many analysts, interest rates plummeted to reflect the lower inflation. The yield on the 91-day bill fell by 25 basis points to 26.74%. That of the 182-day also eased to 29.24% from 29.49% the previous week. Similarly, the 364-day bill went down by 16 basis points to 29.84%. Meanwhile, the government accepted all the bids tendered to a tune of 4.83 billion cedis. This is about 12% oversubscription. For the 91-day bill, about 2.72 billion cedis were tendered, representing 56.3% of the total bids. The uptake was also 2.72 billion cedis. For all the 182-day bill, all the 919.40 million cedis of the bids were accepted. The same applies to the 364-day bill, in which 118 billion cedis were accepted.
Now, as the Bank of Ghana prepares to meet and decide its next step on the policy rate, economist Courage Buti has advised the Monetary Policy Committee to be measured in its decision to help control inflation. He points out that any attempt to aggressively cut the policy rate could affect inflation and cause prices to go up. Mr. Buti advised the committee to examine and check all factors, including money supply, to help control prices.
The Bank of Ghana, contrary to the calls from a lot of people that the rate cut should be quite aggressive, is the reason the Bank of Ghana needs to be a bit more cautious going forward. Because truth is, if you ease the policy stand quite aggressively, you would see inflation undulating again, and that is not a predictable trend. And the predictable trend we all want as market players. So it has to be cautious to firmly have a grip on inflation, and then the rates cuts can follow. Really, so the system has to be managed and managed properly.
Courage Buti is an economist and research lead at GCB Capital. The World Bank is expected to disburse $300 million to support the 2024 budget in the coming days. This is what Joy Business has picked up from persons working on the facility in Washington, D.C., USA. Georgia has more.
Joy Business is learning that the World Bank is on standby to release the funds to Ghana. This was after Parliament finally approved the loan agreement between the World Bank and the government of Ghana. However, there are certain things the government has to do in the coming days if we really want the funds to be disbursed this week. First is an official document that has to be sent to the Bank of Ghana to show that indeed Parliament has approved the loan agreement. Also, an official account that the funds will be transferred, which Joy Business understands will be at the Bank of Ghana. Sources say if these things are done within the next 2 days, then the funds can be disbursed this week. The facility is expected to be paid by the government of Ghana within 25 years. However, the first 5 years will be the grace period. Interest on this loan is pegged at 1.25%. But for some analysts, the immediate impact of this facility that will be disbursed will be on the local currency, as it will go a long way to help the Bank of Ghana in dealing with the recent pressure on the Ghana cedi. Again, part of this loan facility will be advanced towards some projects, so be assured that work on some stalled infrastructure initiatives could commence soon.
George, you are filled with that report. Now, the Ministry of Finance has indicated it is engaging more stakeholders to support small and medium enterprises to bridge the growing gap in financing. A Deputy Minister of Finance, Abner Sassari, says the challenges affecting startup businesses would be addressed. She tells Joy Business the ministry is committed to empowering SMEs to grow.
The Finance Minister is going to work with all the various stakeholders because there are various stakeholders along the chain. And so one has to do with financing and how we can support them with some level of financing so that they can also, in effect, grant some soft loans to these vendors. And again, training is key. How can we support them to also train these vendors to make sure that their business process is robust?
Abner Sassari is Deputy Minister of Finance. Now, the Ghana Stock Exchange is in the preliminary stage of developing a gender bond to attract women-led businesses to consider raising funds from the capital market. The move is part of many initiatives by the managers of the exchange to get more businesses headed by women to list on the stock market. Deputy Managing Director Frank Belle disclosed this to Joy Business at the GSE Ring the Bell for Gender Equality event aimed at celebrating International Women's Day.
We are trying to encourage them and bring them up so that their businesses will reach a particular level to be able to list on the stock exchange. There are a good number of other initiatives that we are looking at doing. We want to introduce the gender bond possibly, and we will look at it and see how that can encourage other women to develop onto the stock exchange.
Is it likely to come this year?
No, it's at a very nascent stage. It's basically an idea that we have, so we are yet to look at it and then see how we can put together the relevant rules to cover that.
That was Deputy Managing Director of the Ghana Stock Exchange, Frank Belle, speaking there to Ebenezer Sabote. We'll still stay with the stock market because the share prices of MTN Ghana, Unilever Ghana and DCB are expected to rise on the Ghana Stock Exchange this week. Let's now take a look at how your investments will fare. Here's Grace Munayan of Databank Research.
Last week's trading concluded with gains in 3 stocks, that's Ecobank Ghana, MTN Ghana, and New Gold. Consequently, the market indices closed the week higher, with the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index climbing 1.95% weekly to a year-to-date gain of 6.76%, while the Databank Stock Index advanced by 1.47% weekly to a year-to-date gain of 6.07%. Weekly turnover totaled 1.6 million Ghana cedis from the exchange of 1.1 million shares across 23 counters. MTN Ghana drove market activity, accounting for 87% of the weekly turnover and 82% of the total volumes traded. This week, based on the demand and supply dynamics on the market, we tipped the prices of MTN Ghana, Unilever Ghana and GCB to rise. For Joy Business Reports, Grace Munanyun of Databank Research.
Thanks, Grace. Let's check the markets as we conclude this morning. On the commodity market, crude oil going for $81 a barrel. Gold increased marginally, selling at $2,179 an ounce. Cocoa, however, trading at $6,396 a ton after losing $56. On the currency market, the dollar going for 13 cedis, that's on the retail market. The pound going for 16 cedis, 18 pesos, and the euro going for 13 cedis, 98 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. It's back to Winston and the team.
Thank you very much, Daryl. Do have a lovely day. I see people sending their messages already when it comes to the All Africa Games.
Charlie.
It's like, yeah, we know that we have problems with preparation, but not this one.
Yeah, we
had you don't go into a competition only to turn around and, disgrace the nation like that.
It's embarrassing.
Anyway, that's a conversation we'll have here on the Super Morning Show. Time now for our inspirational song for today. That's Team Eternity with our inspirational song for today.
I like the last part.
You like the last part?
I just say
Okay.
That is proper inspiration.
Proper
Great
inspiration.
motivation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently inspiring people to make confessions.
Which one?
I'm just saying that it's a great inspirational piece that's forcing people to confess.
True.
Who has been confessing where?
I don't know.
I had something.
Anyway.
It's been a long time since I went for confession.
Is it still being done these days?
What do you mean? Is this still being done? Has the church collapsed?
Okay, I like to confess to my God.
Okay. Yes.
Anyway, let's go for our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. So our tip today says, look far ahead of your vehicle. Looking ahead and being alert for possible problems like highway debris or erratic drivers is part of being a good defensive driver. Don't just watch the vehicle in front of you, but stay on alert and look at least a few car lengths ahead of you for potential upcoming hazards. So please look ahead, far ahead of your vehicle.
All right, let's learn how to say it right now. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. Also, Societe General Bank Ghana. The future is you.
You say either. I say either.
So today's word is a very simple one, and I'm sure many of us would get it correct. Maybe not. How would you pronounce WANTED? Mama V, give it a try.
Okay, let's go over it again.
WANTED.
Wanted.
Okay, so this is how you pronounce it. Wanted. Tid, not ted. Now, it's very simple. Whenever you add ED to what we term in English an alveolar plosive, that's in D or T sounds, it becomes id and not ed. Okay, so if you, for instance, if you say weeded, not weeded. Okay, so that's how you say it right. And there's a lot of discussions going on here, even before, as to honey hall.
What I said was between the ted and the ted. That's how to say it right.
Wanted. We heard the wanted.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say it as you said it.
Let's continue. Let's get into the newspapers. A newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, and Enterprise Insurance at 100-year FINIA promotion, celebrating our legacy, securing our future. But before we get into the papers, let's go for a wrap of what transpired on a news file over the weekend.
In this debate, as it has unfolded, it appears that we have taken our human rights education on this matter, not from the expert constitutional body charged with human rights education enforcement, which is right, but from the proponents of the bill. We have allowed, and I think the media is highly complicit in this, we have allowed definitions of what constitutes human right and what does not to be led by Mr. Sam George, Mr. Foameni, and the likes, neither of whom I know to be human rights experts, and certainly not to have expertise on human rights that supersedes what Shraj has.
A lot of the fears that are being raised by the finance ministry and others should have been part of the process of passing the bill, engaging the parliament, and that in fairness, even the president, apropos Kwesi Prempeh's point, didn't need to wait for the bill to be passed, that he could have called the leaders of parliament, engaged them privately, sent his ministers to talk to them. In other words, he should have used his influence to try and shape the bill so that it will get get to an acceptable one.
Our president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, lost a glorious opportunity to assert the independence of Ghana. Regrettably, he postures as though he's the president of the 51st state of the United States of America. I find that conduct to be regrettable. The president must demonstrate that he's the president of a sovereign republic.
Right.
And leave these excuses. It does not put him well.
The LGBTQ law that have been passed carries weight in terms of our morals and our culture and the determination we are making in our democracy to grant people space for freedom. It has consequences for people's rights. So if you are a president seeking to sign that bill, you must be clear in your mind that every consideration for every possible right of people have been considered. And you sign that only upon that satisfaction. So you don't do that arbitrarily.
Morning Show.
Raymond and Mama V. I mean,
we are still discussing these
Yes,
shenanigans. Oh, you see, frankly, I mean, yeah, sometimes we only pretend that we know what the president will have to do. We know the period he has to do that. We also know that all of these, I will go to court, I am going to court.
I am in court.
Yes, I am in court. All of that happened within a space where the case, as we have seen now, was not even filed, but the executive president was aware of it. I don't know which specialized situation allows that to happen. I mean, we know all of those are shenanigans because the man does not want to sign. And it is pretty obvious from his commentary that the man even has problems with what they call it, having such a law in place in the first place. So what can be done differently? Would Parliament compel him to do so? And I'm expecting him to be bold. Tell the people in Parliament that I will not sign for this and that reason. But he knows that if he actually keeps it on ice and says going into the Supreme Court, a position he had not taken previously, the understanding will be that, oh, well, it's up to the court to decide. And if the dumb level case is anything to go by, the court can take whichever period in actually even listening and dealing with this matter. So far as remains on ice, it's not the NPP or government that's being blamed. It would have to be a grouping that nobody can actually have anything to do with it. We cannot vote out the Supreme Court judges. We cannot determine whether or not they should actually be voted.
Yeah.
Do you get my point? So it is an attempt to pass the buck without having implications for his political party and their fortunes going into the election. Those ones we know it is not sophisticated. But my difficulty is whether or not the executive president still represents the interests of this country. And in what capacity is he doing so?
Yeah.
I hope you get the point. I mean, listen, it's not one of those bills that emanated from the Attorney General's department. That here has to be made clear. So you can be telling people, well, my hands are tied. The majority of those in Parliament and the people they represent out there, if the executive president believes that those members of Parliament are direct representatives of we, the people who put them there, that's when he would have acted. But it's pretty obvious that's not a belief he's having currently. And I even do not think, because I have seen a story that we are getting Parliament approves an amount of money from the World Bank to get us the money. Maybe he's waiting for us to get the money before, because now as we have become clearly known, even though we can borrow 200 million to host events, we are hovering around for some 100 and something million to be able to do the very things that states requires to actually do. So I think we are just wasting a lot of time on this. The people who have to act, they know who they are, they know what they have to do, and we should all stop pretending that this is some sophisticated political game.
So you see, the thing is, I don't think Ghanaians buy that whole idea that because this is in court. Because even the example that you gave, the Domolevo example, the executive president took his decision anyway.
Yes, and moved on.
The court decision came way later. And I think the president is not doing himself any good. See, for me, it is not I have signed or I have not signed. What I want to see is what he makes of the bill as it is now, because there was a recommendation before from the executive when the bill was very young Now the bill is at this stage that Parliament has passed it. What do you think? What do you make of it, Mr. President? Have they incorporated what you recommended? What's the issue that you have with it? And I think that's really separate. It's distinct from whatever issue that somebody has reason they are before the Supreme Court. It has nothing to do with the executive. There's clear separation of powers. What do you think? Executive precedent.
Anyway, let's get into the papers.
Oh, let me start with the Daily Graphic. It is reporting this morning. Electoral system needs reform. That's according to Samia Nkrumah, who formerly chaired the CPP, also ran on their ticket. And at page 13, there's an interesting story about 22% Ghanaian adults being physically inactive. Then, MTN puts up 19 million Ghana cedi maternity and neonatal ICU blocks in Keta. MTN, 19 million Ghana
yes, so the building.
Yeah. Within the same period, we are borrowing to host Africans in Ghana.
And if you're listening to the 6 a.m. news, then you may have heard the issue with Komfanochi, the fact that they lack capacity. They are going, especially with their emergency ward, they're taking way more than they can.
It has taken
afford
to rally support. The chief to rally support for Komfanochi with the CEO of the institution, with the hope that they can get money to do some restoration before the institution collapses. And consistently, they're asking everybody to donate. The amount of money, 200 million, can do excess restoration. It took human beings, this company, and perhaps the First Lady's office. It took this company.
Yeah. The mother and baby units.
Yes, to actually raise money to do that. And we knew all this while we could have ingenious ways of having a lot of 200 million US dollars.
They're actually treating emergency cases on the floor.
Can you believe that? In this century. Anyway, now the other story there is 13th African Games open in Accra. And that's what I was talking about. The one that we used the 200 million for. And government builds new drain against rainy season. Housing Minister discloses. So we have built new drain. And I need to also remind you that the 250 million is what we said we're going to use to fix Accra's flooding problem. But when we had time to borrow, we spent time to do the games rather. So maybe those reminders are important because sometimes we forget our priorities.
When you talk about how much we spent on infrastructure, also remember that we paid a certain money to the AU for the rights.
Mostly I don't include that anyway. Well, so those are the stories.
All right, let's go through the New Finder newspaper. On the front page, this is an issue that's been making rounds since the Deputy Minister of Finance, John Kuma, died. It says Dr. Kuma battled a serious illness for long, but was only diagnosed in August 2023 and is attributed to his wife. And it's sad, really, that as a family is mourning a father and a husband, a son, there are all these other issues that they are having to also deal with in terms of what killed him.
Because it has become a partisan issue. And people put their brains aside when issues become partisan. What they will never tolerate when it happens to them, personally, when it happens to them, they will never tolerate those things. But when it happens to other people, it's okay. You get my point? We have a certain fixation. So you create the impression that, this killed him. Then even some uninformed, and sometimes you're not sure how they practice the journalism. Human beings also do some of these things. Fuel it.
Yeah. In the name of, I am just asking questions.
Yeah, but you see, we can be decent people and still do this job and still do politics. Some people do it elsewhere. We just create problems for ourselves. We just do not care whether the children, 6 or so of them, whether the family, how they feel, what they are going through. All that we care about is that you create the impression that this is why somebody is dead. You tie it to a certain quest to become vice president. Then you tie it to a certain quest by other people to prevent other people from becoming vice president. So it becomes an issue that, we are interested in the politics of it. But those are not actions of decent people. Because we as a people, we are grounded in culture that allows us to at least treat the dead differently.
Thank you for bringing the issue of culture. The widow is not even supposed to be speaking around this time. when something like this has happened.
Anyway, now let me bring in the Daily Guide.
Let me go through the rest of the headlines. Spectacular opening ceremony, colorful display of rich cultural heritage. That's a description of the opening of the Africa Games. But we know what's been making rounds also has been the challenges that our Ghanaian athletes have been facing.
Okay, now the Daily Guide is reporting this morning MPs okay $300 million loan. Yeah, 300 million. Yeah. And Bamia consoles John Kuma's family, and A+ loses court case to Zain, and that's Hassan Zain. Malta president visits NLA, and the man is in the Republic. Anyway, he was in Kumasi to see the 242.
All right, the Ghanaian Times newspaper says on the 2024 election activity, voter registration starts May 7. No new CIs for polls. Election date remains unchanged. I shall give this task everything, says Professor Opoku Ajimai. And then on the back page, Karela United scored a second half goal to hand Asante Kotoko. Yet another defeat in the Ghana Premier League. I think this is like the 5th one, right?
Online
Kudos to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Keep losing. We like it.
Brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy.
And Goyle is asking, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just stop up anywhere? Well, if that's what you do, then don't do that. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part. So Goyle Super XP 195 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Also, Goyle Super XP 195 is a high-grade fuel sold at same price as normal fuel. And Goyle Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Plus, with over 440 stations across the nation, you've got to join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goyle Good Energy. Goyle Yenna Radio.
Now, navigating through the hurdles of an SME, we know can be stressful and sometimes risky. But what is life without risk, and a business owner without the Zenith SME business card? The Zenith SME business card is a Visa debit card tailor-made for SMEs for secure payment for goods and services. As a Zenith SME business card holder, you have access to 1. Business services at discounted rates. 2. Visa practical training skills. 3. 24/7 access to funds, and so much more. Your business deserves to be taken to the next level. So unlock the potential of your business today with a Zenith SME business card. For more information about the Zenith SME business card, call Zenith Direct on 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370 or visit zenithbank.com.gh. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Let's get on to myjoyonline.com this morning. 4 students of Komboni arrested for vandalizing property at Sogansku. Just think about it. Secondary school students. Affirmative Action Bill is not just a women's issue. CDD Ghana Programs Manager and conception that Affirmative Action Bill would displace men is erroneous. That's
we still say we'll pass it this year, right?
Yes. We say we are on course.
I'm looking heavily forward to it.
Anyway, let's get to citynewsroom.com this morning and see the stories making headlines. My husband didn't die from food poisoning. He battled a terminal disease. Lillian Kuma. Time now for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
There you are, about to enjoy the deep-fried, soft, spicy kelewele you bought from Aquile at Osu Night Market. Suddenly, you see your daughter's name on the paper used to wrap the kelewele, and that's when you realize it's the CV she submitted for a job last week. The job market is changing rapidly. AI, clouds, holograms. Who knows what's next? Approximately 120,000 tertiary students graduate every year. What makes your child stand out? Get your child the X Factor to get ahead with tech courses from ALX. Choose AWS Cloud Computing, Salesforce Administration, Data Analytics, Data Science, Front-End Web Development, Back-End Web Development, or AI Career Essentials. Search ALX Ghana online to apply now. ALX, do hard things.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. we have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goil, good energy.
And that's why I choose Goil. I'm a Zuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion, and a patriot.
Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? You know, as for me, I'll pay the balance later.
Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack?
There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
.com/world questions or wherever you get your BBC podcasts. At 8:30 GMT, Business Daily.
Today we're looking at protests that farmers have been staging in many countries, particularly across Europe. We'll be hearing from farmers themselves and asking why they have come out onto the streets.
Now we return to Newsday. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello, you're with Newsday on the BBC World Service with Catherine Burahanga and Rob Young.
Today, with the security situation deteriorating in Haiti, leaders of the Caribbean are meeting to discuss the situation there.
We'll speak to a representative of the World Food Programme who is in Haiti and tells us he's concerned about an increasing shortage of food there.
And an aid ship is set to leave for Gaza today. Another vessel from the United States is already on its way to build a pier just off the Gazan coast from which the aid can be delivered.
And Portugal's opposition centre-right party has claimed a narrow election victory in the country, but all eyes are now on the far-right Chega party that also did well. We'll also have your top business and sports headlines, but first a bulletin of the latest world news.
Hello, I'm David Harper with the BBC News. Palestinians have begun marking the Islamic holy month of Ramadan with fierce battles continuing between Israeli forces and Hamas fighters in Gaza and no sign of a truce. Most of Gaza's population has been left homeless by Israel's offensive. Yolande Nell reports.
Hopes for a ceasefire, which would have seen the release of some of the remaining Israeli hostages held by Hamas, have stalled, with both sides blaming each other. Meanwhile, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to press ahead with an offensive in Rafah in southern Gaza, saying this is key to defeating Hamas. The US President Joe Biden had earlier described carrying out such an operation in the area, crowded with displaced people, as his red line. Although Israel had said that worshippers would be allowed to pray at Al-Aqsa Mosque in similar numbers to previous years, overnight social media videos showed Israeli police using batons against a crowd on the narrow streets of Jerusalem's Old City.
The centre-right Democratic Alliance has won Portugal's general election, narrowly beating the incumbent socialists, but it fell well short of securing a majority in Parliament. The election saw a big surge in support for the far-right Chega party. Speaking to reporters, the Socialist Prime Minister António Costa said the difficult economic conditions in the country had likely led to a rise in support for Chega.
The elections took place 2 years after an inflationary crisis such that the country had not experienced for 30 years. It was very hard for families and was accompanied by a brutal rise in interest rates. The fact that these elections took place in a situation of turmoil, of unsolved judicial doubts, naturally creates a breeding ground for populism.
The historical drama Oppenheimer, about the creator of the atom bomb, was the big winner of the night at the Academy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles. It's won 7 awards, including Best Picture, Best Director for Christopher Nolan, and Best Actor for Cillian Murphy. In other awards, Emma Stone won Best Actress for her role in Poor Things. Here's Emma Vardy.
It was a really difficult year in Hollywood last year with the actors and the writers' strikes. And so ever since the award season kicked off in January with the Golden Globes, there was a lot of relief for people to be getting back to business, allowed to party once again and allowed to celebrate themselves. And, you know, there is that question, are awards even relevant anymore? I mean, there's so much streaming that people watch these days. Do awards even matter? They don't get the TV audiences they once did. But believe you me, they're very important still in the industry, and they're certainly something that stars want to be at. It means a lot to walk away with one of those trophies, and of course the Oscars is the most prestigious night of them all.
The South Korean government is deploying military doctors to civilian hospitals to cover for thousands of striking junior doctors. The strikers stopped working last month in protest at plans to greatly boost the number of medical students. The government says more doctors must be trained to support South Korea's rapidly ageing society. BBC News. The police in Switzerland say 5 cross-country skiers have been found dead in the Swiss Alps. The skiers, who are all Swiss and aged between 21 and 58, were part of a group of 6 that set off on Saturday from the town of Zermatt, home of the Matterhorn mountain, towards Arolla along the Swiss-Italian border. Police were contacted when the group failed to reach Arolla on Saturday afternoon. Spain is marking the 20th anniversary of the train bombings, which killed 192 people in Madrid. The 2004 attack on 4 commuter trains was carried out by a jihadist cell. Leading news agencies have withdrawn an official photo of the Princess of Wales from circulation over concerns that it may have been digitally manipulated. The picture issued by Kensington Palace is the first of Princess Kate to be released since she had abdominal surgery in January, and shows her with her 3 children. Graham Satchell reports.
It was thought the picture would quell online speculation and conspiracy theories about the princess's health following surgery earlier this year. But the world's leading picture agencies, who distribute images to media outlets, have now issued what they call a kill notification and have withdrawn the photograph. One agency said on closer inspection it appeared the source, meaning the palace, had manipulated the image. Another said it had been withdrawn after a post-publication review. The agency's concern centres around the left sleeve of Princess Charlotte's cardigan, which they say looks as if it's been edited. Kensington Palace itself has declined to comment.
Meanwhile, King Charles has praised the role of the Commonwealth as the organisation of mostly former British colonies he heads marks its 75th anniversary. In a recorded television address, he said diversity was at the core of the 56-member organisation, adding that unity offered the best chance of improving the world. The King said he would serve the 2.5 billion people of the Commonwealth to the best of his ability. BBC News.
Great news is here. Batmat is here again. XXL clearance sale. Guaranteed savings. From now till the end of April, the big sale continues. Get discounts of up to 70% off sanitary wares, light tiles, waterproofing, and all other product families. It's the year to get things done. Visit our showroom at the North Industrial Area next to the Winners Chapel, Ghana. Don't miss out. Batmat, welcome home.
Imagine this. Your employees spend 1/3 of their lives at work. That's 13,000 days or 110,000 hours dedicated to their jobs. At Old Mutual, we don't just see the numbers, we see the faces and the dreams behind them. With our tailored group life insurance and pension plans, you can provide your employees with employee benefit schemes that gives them peace of mind for their futures and for their families. Make the choice that shows your commitment to your employees today. Call 0509-551-609 or email corporateservices@oldmutual.com.gh. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
There are some classy celebrations that calls for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle up to 50% more than the industry standard and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
complaints or the appeal for support. We said that the school, among the problems was the furniture issue, of which most of the old students based in Accra were able to support her with 20 dual decks, which is still not sufficient for not even the only junior high school, but lower primary, upper and KG all need the furniture, which I think is still inadequate to complement or to augment the total number of the students in the school.
The equipment that we got didn't even come the times we didn't have nobody has trained the equipment, nothing. The rackets, nothing. The racket I used to play a tournament. I got it just a day and I've never tested it. The shoe I was size 47. They gave me 36. How am I going to use it for? We don't sit today, we come to play our matches. We sat in our coach's vehicle and it was a pickup. So most of us, like 8 players, were in the bucket. We didn't get any transport. We host nation, Ghana.
Well, so that's the All Africa Games. You heard earlier about the state of some public schools where, pupils don't even have furniture. This is the year of our Lord 2024.
Yeah.
Furniture is a problem
That's
in
true.
public schools.
Well, I mean, one would have expected that there's a district director in charge of the school. He would have reported to his superiors in Accra, who are very busy, touting wonderful achievements and doing very great things, that this is the problem on the ground, and that problem would have fixed a day. There was a time in the Republic of Ghana that when you mention a furniture problem, Minister Educhum will put a truck, pack furniture into it, then bring it to your school quickly to avoid the problem. I am expecting this week that Minister Educhum and his men at the Ministry of Education would react, quickly fix and get to the bottom of this matter. This should not be first reported by the media because somebody is paid to be headmaster in the school. He's supposed to report to his district officer, who is supposed to be regularly visiting schools under his purview so that he would actually get the results. But we know it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because we have seen the evidence. Government itself has an institution which is in charge of schools inspection, right? That institution goes around. The last time we had a conversation here, Winston, there were so many schools in the Republic of Ghana that had difficulties.
Yeah.
A huge chunk of the schools that were visited by the NSIA or so, the institution, the Inspectorate Division, that has been formed, they could identify massive problems from furniture to other issues too. And feeding was part of the problems anyway. So we know these problems exist and they persist. We just hope that it cannot be possible that we give some chances to schools elsewhere, and these kids, they are in basic schools. There's a foundational education that they require. It is terrible insisting that they should go to school and be lying on the floor and be trying to get education that everybody should be getting. That does not make sense.
Exactly, it doesn't make sense. But of course, also coming up this morning, the All Africa Games. Well, we decided to invest some $240 million in all of this. For many of us, we said that was unnecessary. But even proving critics wrong has become a problem, because after spending all of this amount, we just did not even get our preparation right. So today, Team Ghana, badminton player, he gets his racket a day before his game. The racket he's going to use a day before. Even his shoes, the size, we get it wrong.
Yeah, somebody got the wrong size.
Yes.
And I was wondering, how does that happen?
It happened in Ghana.
So we actually prepared, but we prepared for other countries to come and win medals in our country. That's how we decided to host.
How's that possible?
Oh, but we can separate the two events. A decision to host and a decision to participate and win.
Yeah.
I mean, perhaps our agenda from the beginning as Pan-Africanists was to bring people together to come and enjoy themselves, to be part of the whole feel, and to
spend our money. We spend our money on them.
Yes, they will do so. But Winston, you know my stance on this matter. It's almost like me advising you not to buy the tin.
No,
then
yeah,
you bought the tin. Then the tin is spoiled. Then you are expecting me to come back and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, it's spoiled." I have said this was a useless decision in the first place.
Ray, we get it.
No, yes,
but we get it. But we've crossed. I think we've crossed that bridge.
Because that is the fundamental issue being raised still.
Okay.
The most important point here is that I do not think, and I think we can separate the two, a decision to host and a decision to properly participate.
We're not talking about the participation.
The participation. Oh, maybe our original decision was not to spend so much on participation.
Look.
Maybe we decided to make history by hosting it. Is the first,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Really?
Well.
In the Fourth Republic?
Yes, as the first. We'll have this conversation here on the Super Morning Show. But here's the great news. Batimat is here again. It's the XXL clearance sale, guaranteed savings. All the products in the showroom are up to 70% off from now till the end of April. That is 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, up to 70% off on several products. Carry out your construction projects this year with a complete peace of mind. Don't miss this opportunity. It's the year to get things done. Batimat is home of some of the best brands in building solutions. We're the leading distributors of Legrand electrical products like distribution boards and enclosures, switches and sockets, breakers. We also have the best waterproofing solutions and chemicals for your building project. Other products include tiles, lights, office furniture, sanitary wares, bathroom accessories. Enjoy great discounts on all these items. It's price craziness at Batimat from now till April 30, 2024. Visit our showroom at the North Industrial Area next to Winners Chapel, Ghana, close to ECG Avenue. Call us on 0544314553. Don't miss out. Batimat, welcome home.
And listen, for all your books and stationery, you know where to go. It's Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited. Good news is they have an online store, so you don't even have to hustle through the traffic and go to their physical stores. Just log on to kingdomstoreonline.com. Shop. They will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they also accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, applied. Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now, if you still want easy and secure movement, SG Ghana is the best place to do that. Get reliable motor insurance and receive free fuel for your car. Buy or renew your Sound Drive insurance with SG Ghana from now till the 31st of March and get free fuel of up to 500 Ghana cedis for your trips. It's time to hit the road with reliable insurance and free fuel. Visit any SG Ghana branch now and get the cover you need for your car, plus free fuel to take you places. Sound Drive plan is underwritten by Allianz Insurance. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
And we all love a holiday, but with a long flight ahead, you need plenty to keep you entertained this autumn. Why don't you fly better? With endless entertainment on Emirates, you might wish your flight was a little bit longer. Imagine this. You get on board, you sit back, relax, and choose from up to 6,500 channels. Yep. You heard right. It could be the latest Hollywood blockbuster, a comedy box set, or even live sports. And you can watch it all on the biggest screens in the sky. Or if music is more your thing, create your own playlist from your favorite artist or good old classics. So whether you're flying to Dubai, London, Istanbul, or beyond, fly better on Emirates. Find out more at emirates.com.
And if you have ever tried to push a pull door, you know it doesn't work. Same goes for when you put the wrong engine oil in your luxury vehicle. Let's introduce you to the Shell Helix Ultra OW20 SP, specially formulated with a unique Shell Pure Plus technology that actively helps lubricate and clean your engine, giving your premium car peak performance. Shell Helix Ultra OW20 SP provides unsurpassed wear and sludge protection, leaves your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and enhanced fuel economy. Shell Helix Ultra OW20 SP is designed to be safe for the environment with a significant reduction in carbon emissions as well. Listen, I could go on and on and on, but the only way to prove the value of Shell Helix Helix Ultra SP OW20 is to try it yourself. So go ahead and try it. Premium rolls best with premium. Shell Helix Ultra, the Helix Ultra OW20 SP is made for premium today.
Now insure your vehicle with Imperial General Insurance from now till the end of April and get yourself handsome rewards, fuel coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and many more. And here is the catch. During this reward period, your motor insurance policy will give you an automatic 1-year life insurance cover. You can also get brand new car tires and other car accessories if you live at a... Yes. I didn't have to mention them.
Mama V.
They are fixing my road. Very soon.
Anyway,
it will take about 20 minutes to get home.
Oh, really? That would be very exciting. That would lead to improvement in life outcomes. Anyway, so brand new car tires and other accessories as well. It's also reloaded, really reloaded. Everybody qualifies. Just come insure your car and you are done. Call us today on 0577-667436 or talk to your broker or any of our agents across the country for further details. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. Terms and conditions apply. Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
And Toyota users, get ready for a revolution. If you want your Toyota engine to function optimally, then there's only one choice, the Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil has been rigorously tested and proven to be the best oil for your Toyota engine, specially crafted to keep your Toyota engine running smoothly and efficiently. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil is available at all Toyota Ghana branches across the nation. Nothing makes your engine happier than Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. For bulk purchase or distribution, contact Toyota Ghana on 0302 429801. Toyota, superior quality.
And listen, try the MTN Momo. Is the Momo app, especially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. So if there's a brand new app, why wouldn't you try it? Just download the Momo app on Play Store, App Store, on your smartphone, and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. Momo app allows you to view your statement. You can also pay bills. Do so much more really with the Momo app. Use the app for your Momo transactions and enjoy 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with a flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go.
Now, you know a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That's why we offer specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear. But up to, hear this, 74% even under extreme temperatures and pressure. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer. Younger for longer. You know the advert says that, right? Mm-hmm. Younger for longer. For longer, yeah. Younger for longer, yeah.
Anyway, coming up shortly, sports and your birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Imagine strutting into the most anticipated wedding of the year. Only to see 7 other girls wearing your exact same outfit.
You are special and one of a kind, and that's why whether it's voice, data, or SMS, you get to enjoy personalized offers tailored to your specific needs with MTN Just For You. Dial *141# or select your options on the My MTN app to redeem your unique Just For You package on Ghana's best mobile network. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet. With our globally partnered merchant points, bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And it's now time for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. Who's celebrating the birthday today?
All right, listen. It's a happy 34th birthday to Belinda Ivy Richter and Beryl Ernestina Richter of Osu, the twins. May this chapter usher you both into uncommon favor. With love from your family and really all of us here. To you, Beryl, and your sister Belinda. Enjoy your birthday today. Today is also Nathaniel Atto's birthday. And we have to give him a big cake. Yeah?
Yes.
So it is a cake to nuts.
Cake. But of course, today is also the birthday of Joshua Tigo.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Yes, it is. Joshua Tigo. He also deserves a Kea, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So it's a Kea. Joshua Tigo.
All right.
Joshua, you must do a party. I know it's Monday, but...
Sorry, party we're in Accra or what region?
Aaron has a wish. Okay.
Joshua, the party will do it. Whatever. What's Aaron's wish?
Yes. Happy birthday to Portia and Kuma. God bless you for all you do. What has she been doing? More life, prosperity, and money.
Who is Portia? To
Yes.
you?
Who's Aaron? Where's Aaron?
So for all you do.
Is it the one that brought the birthday cake?
No. The one that they wrote "Happy Birthday, my love." No. Aaron is still explaining. He has been explaining for like one whole year.
You go explain.
Yes.
Today is Mrs. Dorcas Afro's birthday. Also, Albert Ransford Nyako Jr. at ADB head office.
And happy birthday to Mrs. Diana Adoma Sumening from your husband, lawyer Seth Adoma Sumening, and Frederick Edu Amoakon. Now, today is the birthday of Jeffrey Deladem Lumo. He actually turns 11 years today. He's a student of Family Life International School. And this one from Mommy, Aseye, and Daddy, they say, they pray for God's grace and blessings upon you. Happy
Geoffrey
60th
is a Kaling, right?
Is a Kaling,
Okay,
yes.
happy birthday, Geoffrey.
And happy 60th birthday to Mr. Sylvester Inkum from your wife Eunice and the children Mami and Ira, wishing you more years with good health. Keep being the caring father that you are to us. We love you so much.
Today is the birthday of Ifwa Aidan. Very wonderful human being.
CDD?
Yes, CDD, yes.
Oh,
yes.
happy
Today is her
birthday, Efwa. Efwa is
Yes.
a good friend.
I see.
Yeah.
We know that. We are very much aware. But you should know Mahama. Mahama will not say you are a good friend for some.
Mama.
Hey, you
As
guys.
when we mentioned CDD, you say, I didn't even add that, but Mahama wanted to move on with that.
Listen, I've got one that I have to do quickly. It's a happy birthday to my son Kofi Anna Ofori of Mary Mother of Good Counsel School from his parents. All right, so Kofi Anna Ofori, enjoy your birthday today.
Okay, so time now for the Joy Sports Center, proudly brought to us by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. And DSTV, Charlie Ghana month is here, and DSTV has an amazing offer for you from the 1st to the 31st of March. Grab a DSTV decoder, plus a dish, and 1 month compact subscription at an unbelievable 299 Ghana cedis. Yes, only 299 Ghana cedis. DSTV, it's your moment. And Twisco Energy Food Drink. Twisco Power
your dreams.
All right, this is the point where I tell you about Twisco. It's an exciting new chocolate beverage out there on the market from the producers of Cowbell. It's a chocolate food drink enriched with Enafort, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including vitamins B, C, D, iron, and a lot more. Twisco is available in 20 grams and can be found at your nearest neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1 Ghana cedis, 80 pesos. To enjoy the goodness packed in a sachet, here's how you do it. Empty content into a mag, mix with 180 ml of previously boiled water, add milk and stir, and you're good to go. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco chocolate drink. And this advert is FDA approved.
So, folks, imagine a world where your home or your business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture a rooftop transform into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. Of course, that will solve your doomsday problems 100%, even if they fail to admit it anyway. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. Anyway, guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at a very, very low rate. That's right. We are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of these numbers: 050-1535-789, 050-1535-790, and the last one is 0244-674-154. Let's chart a cause for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good. And this is very good anyway, ma'am. You should take advantage of it. Yeah.
If you do the repayment for me. Fence.
We are giving you what you also want to pay for you. How?
Good morning to you, Fence.
Good morning.
Hi, brother.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentu Tahir Fentu. Coming up this morning. Sweat. Yeah, the Premier League race is getting heated. Also coming up.
Corner kick swung in once again. Oh, that's a goal! And a lot of supremacy. And it is Ibrahim Diaz rose to the occasion and marked.
Yeah, Ibrahim Diaz. He's magic. So Karela United edge Asante Kotoko in Nalerugu. All that coming up in the next 10 minutes. But there's only one place to begin, and that's the 2023 African Games, where host nation Ghana has finally won its first 4 medals after 7 days of competition. Weightlifter Winfred Intumi won 3 of them, picking gold in the 49 kg total, 2 silver medals in the 49 kg snatch and the 49 kg clean and jerk, and she credited good preparations for her glory.
The excitement is great. It's way beyond excitement. Let me say, for the past almost 2 months, it's been a great training because we had a good campaign at Cape Coast. Due to the campaign, training was so good. I won't lie to you, it was really, really good. It really helped a lot. So let me say, it was great. Being at camp for almost 2 months, and then coming back to Accra for the main events and winning Ghana's first medal for the second time.
Yeah, Winifred Intumi there. It's interesting that Intumi also claimed Ghana's initial 3 medals at the 2019 African Games in Rabat. At the time, she was only 16. Later, yesterday as well, swimmer Abeku Jackson added 1 more medal to Ghana's haul. He won a silver in the men's 50-meter butterfly event with a time of 24.23 seconds, making him the first Ghanaian in history to finish in the podium in swimming at the African Games. He then credited Winifred Intumi for paving the way.
I feel excited, especially hearing weightlifting won their first medal coming to these games. It motivated me in a way, and I would like to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to my family, my friends, everyone who has supported me, my coaches, my former coaches in Ghana, my current coaches now. I just like to say thank you to everyone. And for me, I focus on myself. In the heats, I felt good. In the final, obviously, the sound of the crowd, I felt amazing. But it's just, maybe today wasn't the day, but tomorrow we go again. We have 5 days of swimming. Hopefully to be on the podium again and to hear the national anthem.
Baker Jackson there. Later today, he's involved in the men's 100-meter butterfly event. It's an event he hopes to win another medal. Meanwhile, on Friday, there was colorful opening ceremony held at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, where the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, said Ghana would deliver unforgettable games.
Your Excellency, bringing the African Games to Ghana, you are also leaving Ghana a legacy of unprecedented sports infrastructure and equipment which will possibly impact the development of sports in Ghana, as well as sports for development to boost socio-economic development of our motherland. Today, thanks to the 13th African Games, courtesy His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Ghana can boast of the finest multi-sporting discipline facilities in the sub-region. This facility will continue to be useful not only to Ghana, but to the entire sub-region for training and competition purposes. This is a unique opportunity for Ghana, and we are privileged and ready to deliver unforgettable games for Africa and the rest of the world.
That's Mustafa Yusuf, the sports minister, commending government's work in the area of infrastructure as far as hosting the games are concerned. But the athletes themselves have not felt that they have been adequately prepared for the competition. They've been complaining bitterly about preparations following disappointing performances. Take, for example, badminton player Leslie Addo. He revealed he didn't practice with the rackets before using them for matches.
The equipment that we bought didn't even come the times we really have nobody has trained the equipment, nothing. The rackets, nothing. The racket I used to play a tournament. I got it just a day, and I've never tested it. The shoe I was size 47. They gave me 36. How am I going to use it for? We don't sit today. We come to play our matches. We sat in our coach's vehicle, and it was a pickup. So most of us, like 8 players, were in the bucket. We didn't get any transport. We host nation, Ghana. They're born.
That's Leslie Addo. Meanwhile, Ghana's cycling champion Michael Nauba, he had to withdraw from yesterday's race after his personally acquired equipment broke down.
It's not as you're okay, mommy, because my prepare from last year time almost start up years on the hosting from 2023. How so I'm training. And I do me am opening as in I'm training. We for Juma ba hasi ya na me ba training. Well, me start here no me bike FLE me too. I want no ma you almost 2 race na a blast here just because me need better tube. Me too pa me do training and one I me use for competition.
Yeah, it's the federation's job really to acquire them bicycles for these races. They didn't get any. That race itself, the cycling event itself, was delayed for more than 1 hour because there was no fuel in the ambulance that was meant to follow the riders around. Elsewhere, though, Nigeria, they recorded their biggest medal haul on Sunday, winning 7 gold medals, with 6 of them coming in the women's wrestling events. This has brought their total medals to 26 so far. Egypt continues to lead the medal table with 36 gold medals and a total of 66 already, followed by Algeria and South Africa with 8 gold medals apiece and 39 and 28 total medals respectively. Let's move on to football. In the African Games, Comfort Owusu scored the only goal as Ghana's Black Princesses edged Ethiopia 1-0 on Friday at the Cape Coast Stadium in a game characterized by intermittent power outages. The lights went off twice during that particular match before the Princesses eventually saw out Ethiopia. They are top of Group A and will face Tanzania tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Black Satellites, they were held to a goalless draw by Congo on Friday at their Accra Sports Stadium. The other Group A game between Gambia and Benin ended goalless. Ghana will take on the Gambia tomorrow in their second group game. Also here at home, there was Ghana Premier League action. Ibrahim Giazu scored the only goal as Karela United knocked Asante Kotoko off second place to move to third with a 1-0 win in Nalarugu on Saturday. Despite the win, Karelia are still 15th with 20 points. Their head coach Abukari Damba says hard work did the trick for them, while the Kotoko assistant coach David Oklu blamed the defeat on wastefulness in front of goal.
The last kicks of a dying horse are very powerful. Our position on the league table is not the best. We have to get ourselves out of that area because it's not a comfortable place to be. And I think my players, of course, did demonstrate that. We worked towards this we worked very hard towards this.
It's a very disappointing day. In this game, when you have the opportunities and you don't use them, it comes back to haunt you. And this is exactly what happened.
That's David Oklu there, the Asante Kotoko assistant coach. Before him, you heard from the Karela United coach Abukari Damba. Meanwhile, defending champions Mediama were held to a 1-1 draw by Nations FC at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. After the draw, Nations remained 4th and Mediama are in 10th position. Elsewhere, Heart of Lions are now 2 points from safety after their 2-0 win over bottom side RTU, while Dreams FC moved from 15th to 11th with a 2-0 win away at Inshoteman. Bechim, they won 1-0 against leaders Samatex. Lions hammered Brecum Chelsea 5-0 in the other game. Let's wrap up with some news from abroad. Kai Havertz scored a late winner for Arsenal as they edged Brentford 2-1 to go top of the Premier League and now 1 point clear of Liverpool. And Liverpool, speaking of them, they and Man City fought out a thrilling 1-1 draw at Anfield to leave Arsenal top of the table. And before we go, on Friday, the ruthless Anthony Joshua destroyed Francis Ngannou in 2 rounds, wiping out the Cameroonian hero with a booming right hand that left the MMA icon flat on his back. Joshua said the knockout should not cloud Ngannou's career, while the Cameroonian was humble in defeat.
He's a great fighter, man. Honestly, he's a great fighter. He's done well, and he's a dreamer. He's a risk taker. Look at what he's done. Honestly, that story of his, I don't think it should be clouded by tonight. He's come a long way, and I still think he's got a long way to go. Half of these people thought he was going to beat me. I know I can see all you lot. You lot all thought he was going to beat me. So I just do what I do my best. We got the job done, but I don't do it to prove anything. I just do it for myself.
He was quite special because he stopped me. He did what Tyson Fury couldn't done. You know, he wasn't my day, and he's just way better than me today.
I love that. That's Ngannou admitting he just lost to a far more superior opponent. That's the latest from the world of sports here on the Joy Sports Center. My name is Fentu. Tahir Fentu. Back to you, Mama V.
All right. Well, thank you, Fence. And social media messages on our show brought to us by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, and Provident Insurance with Provident Man. Your covered. Fence will join us a bit later here on the Super Morning Show.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
Hello? Fare driver, are you sending the sales?
Boss, Medicana Kopim.
Hey, what the car to me so?
Boss, you no renew the insurance.
Tell it, I didn't have time, I had to go to the farm.
You can insure on the farm.
And I had to go to the market too.
You could have insured in the market.
I had to cook supper for my wife.
Boss, you could have insured in the market.
But how?
By texting or buyer on 0242 426 396 to help insure with Provident Insurance on WhatsApp from anywhere.
Annie,
babia. With Obaya, now you can insure your car anywhere, anytime. On WhatsApp, text Obaya on 0242 426 396 today. With Provident.
Man, you are covered.
All right, Super Morning Show. Time for us to cross over to Uncle White for Food for Thought, which is brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the
difference.
Uncle, sorry for your loss. Your guy didn't win. In fact, it was a miserable loss, offense.
Yeah, my man lost to my man.
Hey, Uncle.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good
my
morning.
man lost to my man.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You can support two people at the same time. It's
No, because I follow the career of AJ.
Yes.
I love AJ for the fact that, you know, unlike a lot of the elite heavyweight boxers, they lose one match and then they are out of the game.
Yes.
But AJ has suffered some very painful defeats and have always bounced back and has always come back.
That is true.
So if Ngannou and Francis should lose to anybody, I prefer it is to AJ. And so, Mama V, I rejoice with you, and I also cry with myself that because my man lost to my man.
You know when Joshua wins his the British boxer, when he loses, they don't describe him as such.
But yeah, he lost. He's done well since losing those back-to-back fights to Alexander Usyk.
Yes,
there may be some comments about the quality of the opposition, but they're the people in front of him, and he had to beat them. And some people have lost to more unfancied fighters. So surely you have to give him credit. And this one was as big as it gets, because after the way Ngannou performed against Tyson Fury, I don't think a lot of people expected Joshua to flat out destroy him the way he did.
No, not this way. Yeah. Not this way. Mama, there are some defeats when you suffer, you can't put any slant on it. You can't put anything on it. Your PR people can't help you with it. I mean,
that's true.
Uncle, I hope your weekend was good though.
It was. We're still preparing, getting ready with Dubai or no sex. And I cannot promise my patrons that they are in for a treat. It's going to be an incredible production. So, hope to see you. Mama will give you more details. Maybe we know the candidates who will be contesting for the presidency of Ghana for the two major political parties come December 2024. On the NDC side is the former president, John Mahama. On the MPP side is Dr. Alhaji Baumia, the sitting vice president. I have deep respect for both men, and I wish both of them well. But this morning, as part of my Ghana Men series, I have 8 questions for the consideration of both men. Here are the questions. Question number 1. What will your legacy be? In other words, how will history remember you after you've left office? Long time after you have left office as president, what would generations of Ghanaians remember you for? You know, when you are in power, it is easy to think that you are doing very well because there is no shortage of people who, for various reasons, are willing to massage your ego and tell you that you are the best thing that ever happened to the country. But history cannot be that influenced. It is unfortunate that a lot of our leaders concern themselves only with what people are saying about them today. Well, that matters, but not as much as what history will say about you, because those praising you today can change their tune and condemn you when you are out of office. Question number 2. Will Ghana be better off than you met her? Whoever becomes the next president will inherit problems. It is important for the next president to remember that we do not vote for leaders to continually tell us what problems they inherited. What matters is what difference they make once they are given the mandate. And so to the 2 front runners for the next elections, will the Ghana of 2029 be a better country than the Ghana of 2025? Question number 3. Will you create wealth for Ghanaians by promoting the businesses and ingenuity of Ghanaians? Ghana was once blessed with great entrepreneurs, some of whom even went multinational. But today, there is no sign of them. Why? Because the government of Ghana went after them and killed their businesses. Presidents from the rich industrialized countries travel with business owners and entrepreneurs from their countries and use the influence of their office to promote their businesses. What kind of businessmen and women and entrepreneurs do Ghanaian presidents travel with? And what is the evidence of the backing of the government for those businesses? When you touch an American or a Chinese businessman, it will not be that American or Chinese who will fight you, but their governments. In Ghana, the Ghanaian businessman or woman cannot count on the support of his or her own government in his country. How much more to expect any support from the same government in a foreign country? So, Mr. Future President, can Ghanaian businessmen and women and Ghanaian entrepreneurs count on you to use the office of the president to promote their businesses in Ghana and beyond? And whilst on this subject, Mr. Future President, can you promise that at state functions, you will arrive in a Katanka car? Question number 4. Will decency flourish or suffer from your presidency? In other words, will you be on the side of righteousness or you'll be on the side of evil and corruption? The Bible says that righteousness exalts a nation. Leadership of a nation is a spiritual enterprise and not just a political one. There are things that happen under a president's rule that are not within his control. When a president is on the side of righteousness and promotes righteousness with his own personal example, and by insisting on decency from his appointees and those around him, his presidency flourishes and the nation also prospers. Question number 5. Will you be president for all Ghanaians, even for those who voted against you? One of the most unfortunate aspects of our young democracy is that most of our presidents have been partisan presidents and not national presidents. If you have tried to bring everyone on board, but most have actually gone out of their way to sideline or destroy those who are not in their party. But the multi-party democracy requires that once elections are over, the nation becomes one, and the president who emerges from the process becomes the president for the whole nation and not just for the party on whose ticket he stood. So, Mr. Presidential Candidate, will you be the president for all Ghanaians? Question number 6. Will you uphold the law even above your family, friends, and party? Maybe we have examples in Ghana of presidents putting the interests of their family, of their friends, and their party above that of the nation. We have the experience of people becoming untouchables because they have connections to the president, and they operate above the law with impunity. When a president allows anyone to operate above the law, he undermines the rule of law and order in Ghana and promotes corruption. We need a president who will let his people understand that they cannot operate above the law. Number 7. Question number 7. Will you protect the environment and the water bodies in Ghana? Ghana is in serious trouble because our leaders have lost the fight against those who are polluting our water bodies and destroying our environment. The consequences are very serious. Already, the toxic nature of our waters is affecting the quality of our agricultural products. It is also projected that in a few years, we would have to import water. So, Mr. President-to-be, will Ghana's environment, and in particular, water bodies, be safe in your hands? And finally, question number 8. Will your presidency unleash the full potential of Ghanaians or stifle them? In other words, will your presidency create an enabling environment for Ghanaians to make their contribution to national development or not? The job of the president is to create an enabling environment for Ghanaians to use their creativity, resourcefulness, and ingenuity to create opportunities for themselves. This calls for the government to ensure that the infrastructure in Ghana is of the highest quality and is reliable. Ghanaians do not need handouts. Ghanaians just need a chance to help themselves. And for the people to help themselves, the government should ensure that the necessary infrastructure is in place. For instance, let the government give us good roads, and Ghanaians will put cars on them and use them to grow businesses. Let government ensure affordable, reliable electricity, and Ghanaians will use them to create businesses and industries. So, Mr. Future President, will your presidency create an enabling environment for Ghanaians to prosper and flourish? And gorgeous, those are 8 questions I have for the consideration of the 2 frontrunners, one of whom would be president come 2025.
And I've written all 8 questions down. So, yeah, these are questions that we should all be asking.
Yeah, and I wish them well. I pray for them. I pray that God will protect them. But when they become president too, they should let their actions show that God has answered our prayers.
Oh. Yeah, Uncle, that's a good prayer point. Thank you very much for sharing.
Enjoy the week.
All right, I wish you the same. Uncle Abel White's on his Ghana Man series, the whole of March. And today he put 8 good questions to Ghana's future presidents. Food for thought brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. And this is Star Roverman Productions in partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM present an original Abel White classic, which is Dubai or No Sex. I'll tell you more about that. But first, let's go for the Joy Business Minute. Thanks to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG, we stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow. Here's the Joy Business Minutes.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow. Banks in Ghana wrote off 4.33 billion cedis as bad debt in 2023. This is a 79.2% reduction over that of 2022. Interest rates fell for the 10th consecutive week as demand for treasury bills continued to remain high despite the upside risks. According to auction results by the Bank of Ghana, the government secured 4.83 billion cedis of the bids tendered. The World Bank is expected to disburse $300 million to support the 2024 budget in the coming days. This is what Joy Business has picked up from persons working on the facility. And elsewhere, India has signed a free trade agreement with a group of 4 European countries that are not members of the European Union. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow.
Super Morning Show. Everybody likes it. Got to have some good times. Joy. We make you feel the sunshine. Joy. Makes you feel the high life.
It's a minute after 8. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. You heard the Business Minutes brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. Also, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow. Let's talk about Anointed Electricals. And it's Anointed Engineering Services Limited. They sell ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators as well, and they do generator rental. So everything generator. The place to go is Anointed Engineering Services. They have branches nationwide, but the latest branches you find in Amrahia, Frims Oil on the main Adenta Dodowa Road, in East Legon on the Lagos Avenue Road opposite Tomrick Hotel, in Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead. Kaswa of the Wager Kaswa Road near Semaf Cement Depot, and Odoko. That's where they have their big head office at number 77 Anointed House of the Odoko Mako Malam Road, Accra. Here's their hotline number that you can call at any time, 0243 480 334. 0243 480 334. Anointed, that's the generator experts. And if you're a salaried worker in need of financial support before your next paycheck, then I've got good news. Well, maybe you need funds to solve urgent financial needs. Well, listen, you can access up to 400,000 Ghana cedis with CBG's salary-backed loan products at competitive interest rates. Acquire that appliance you've been dreaming about, settle your overdue rent, complete that project at home, and do more with CBG's salary-backed loans. Visit any of the 114 branches nationwide and explore their variety of salary-backed loan products, including salary advance, which is the payday loan, also Dream Life, personal overdraft, controller, and Persa term loans, all with flexible repayment conditions. For further inquiries, please call CBG on 0302 216,000. Send email to talktous at cbg.com.gh or visit the CBG social media handles. CBG is on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Our Business Minute is also brought to us by Waika Re Capital, is a multinational fund management company regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Waika Re Capital, with experience in fund management and investment banking, has over the years helped its customers to thrive by enabling them to achieve their lifetime financial goals. Waika Re Capital invest funds in ways that creates a positive future for its customers, their families, and businesses, and offers corporate finance and advisory as well. In these ways, Waika Re Capital helps its customers to create the best life. You too can also create your best life. Just speak to Waika Re Capital today on 050-157-7546 or 050-157-7547. Locate their office on the 4th floor Golf House opposite the Ghana Standards Authority here in Accra, or visit their website waikarecapital.com. Waika is WAICA. Recapital.com. Go to the website, explore, get more information on this. Waika Re Capital, together towards tomorrow. And send us messages on 055-111-1997. That's our WhatsApp number. Also post on X with the hashtag JoySMS. That's Joy997. You're welcome to also post on Facebook. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank. That's a better way, a better Africa. Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you are covered. And EcoBank has that short code that if you find yourself in a money emergency situation, you can always dial, even if you don't have data on your phone. It's star 770 hash. Star 770 hash. You should store this on your phone because you will need it. Star 770 hash will give you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases. No need to panic at all when you find yourself in any money emergency, because EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Just remember to dial star 770 hash, even if you do not have data on your phone. Star 770 hash will come to your rescue. It will give you solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. And more good news, you can now get your vehicle insured anywhere, anytime with Provident Insurances or Baya on WhatsApp. What it means is you don't have to walk into any office. You don't have to drive anywhere. Just use your phone. And Obaya is on WhatsApp. Obaya's number is 0242 426 396. you just have to chat Obaya. Obaya works round the clock, so you don't have to worry about closing times as well. Bebia Obaya will help you. It's quick, convenient, reliable, and saves you time so you can do more in your day. Chat Obaya and get your vehicle insured now on Provident Insurance. Text your Obaya, Bebia, and remember, with Providence, man, you are covered.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Highly spiritual.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 8 minutes after 8. This is the Super Morning Show. Today is Monday, the beginning of a fresh week. And listen, there is a fresh opportunity for you today. If you listen to this, you won't find it, but I will tell you.
As mentioned earlier in our complaints or appeal for support, we said that the school, among the problems was the furniture issue, of which most of the old students based in Accra were able to support her with 20 dual decks, which is still not sufficient for even not even the only junior high school, but lower primary, upper, and KG all need the furniture, which I think is still inadequate to complement or to augment the total number of the students in the school. The equipment that we got didn't even come. The times we really have nobody has trained the equipment. As mentioned earlier in our complaints or appeal for support, we said that the school, among the problems was the furniture issue, of which most of the old students based in Accra were able to support her with 20 dual decks, which is still not sufficient for even not even the only junior high school, but lower primary, upper, and KG all need the furniture, which I think is still inadequate to complement or to augment the total number of the students in the school.
We're talking about the state of some of our schools today, and this is a school that you'd find children actually still. This is 2024, and they are sitting on the floor to study. They do not have desk. They go to school all right, except that they have to sit on the floor to write and also to listen to lessons being shared in class. And you heard a teacher of the school talk about the fact that some old students came together to donate. They actually bought 20 of the desk for the school, but that's woefully inadequate. Raymond, we still have students, and I'm looking at the pictures. I mean, it's really, really sad that student will still sit on the floor today. And I mean, what would be the motivation if you go to school and you're only sitting on the floor to study?
We should actually be excited about how young people can still brave the storm and survive. But we should be ashamed that a state that spends 200 million and over in purporting to organize some African games cannot find furniture for its students in school. And this is not luxurious things they are asking for.
No way.
It is what they will sit on, be able to write and participate in lessons, so they don't have to put their stomachs on the floor and be putting their hands and to support their books and be sitting in corners and trying to put their books on their laps, so that they are not asking for tablets. They are not asking for air-conditioned rooms and places to sleep. They are not asking for extraordinary tools for the operations and for their games. These kids just need wood, furniture to sit on, so that they can they can be taught and they can imbibe the things they are supposed to be taught. This is the human resource of the Republic of Ghana. The people we rely on to achieve our dreams going into the future. The Ghana we want will rely on the kind of people we are talking about here. And yet, where to even sit, How do you pick the interest of these kids in education? When they walk to school every day, they know that they are going to go through the ordeal of having to sit on the floor and having to actually survive a class. And imagine it's the whole day. Mama, you think about writing on the floor. You sit and write on the same floor. If it happened in any of these powerful schools in Accra, we would have been shocked to the bone. Even if it were to be any of the other FCHS schools. But because we decided to abandon public basic schools, because everybody checked out and left the system alone, it is only the extreme poor that still uses some of these things. And it's the extreme poor that would have to be deprived of just furniture, not tablets, not extraordinary teaching methods or learning materials. They are not asking for those ones. And yet, within the same state, the picture I'm painting of the same state, if you flip the state small, you will get $200 million and over being spent in organizing so-called Africa or whatever games. This is the Republic of Ghana. No state, properly so-called, will prioritize these games over providing furniture for those kids, no matter where they are. No, and see, and location should not even come up, because in that location, as I've said earlier on, there's a district officer whose responsibility is to go around the schools and check what they need and report to his superiors. Our people have a tendency, and I know the education ministry, when you mention it, they'll quickly go around other schools and say, oh, there are so many chairs available. I remember when we were doing Ghana Schools of Shame, the minister was boldly telling everybody that we should be talking about the opposite rather, as if we are the praise singers of the state. But if we do not highlight the plight of these kids, how do you expect us to ensure inclusion, inclusivity? In the Republic, some only look at it when it comes to LGBT also matters. But when they consider these matters as inclusivity issues, they don't care. Because education rights are not human rights anyway, to many people in this state. Those ones, it doesn't matter to them. They will not raise their voices on these matters. But Ghanaian children, the only mistake they made, or that was made for them, was being born in this republic and being subjected to these terms. And yet they'll have to compete the same BEC exam years to come with others. We expect them to pass and also go to the same set of schools. These kids are doomed to fail right from the beginning. I recently spoke to another professor, Susubibi Kobe Asante, and he was telling me that he and Edubuain, they went to the same Methodist school in Asokore. He went to Achimota school. Edubuain went to Ifanspim school. Can you, for the life of you, believe that those kids in that school that they are sitting with their bellies and actually right on the floor ever going to Achimota or going to Ifanspim school? You think about if it's possible. This is the kind of society we are building for ourselves. It's not only unfair, it's unconscionable, which is not something that should be happening in this age. Age that we are talking about tablets and computers for people, or advancing artificial intelligence.
So, we're talking about, let me ask a very simple question. Why did we decide to do free SHS? Because we felt that every child had the right to not just education, but what? Quality education. So, at the secondary school, we're thinking of providing quality education. But the fact that we say we want to ensure that, money is not a barrier doesn't mean that everybody can go to school. You first of all must pass your exam. And how in God's name do we expect children who sit on the floor to actually have the right frame of mind to absorb whatever they are being taught? I mean, all of us have been to schools. Ask yourself that question. If you were sitting on the floor, how would you feel having to learn on the floor? And yet that same state today is talking about provision of tablets. Now, we have not dealt with the basic problems, but we're thinking of providing tablets. After all, if it is procurement we are interested in, the acquisition of desk is also procurement. And so that should not be an excuse for us not to help these young ones. But unfortunately for us, we always get our priorities wrong most of the time when it comes to affairs of the state.
I'm just thinking about a child sitting on the floor who has a tablet. What will be the use?
What will be the use? Simple provision of desk is a problem. It has had to take old students, but how many of them can even help? And that's why today we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
So you see, the things that affect us the most, the things that would help us improve the livelihoods of people, we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
We always talk about the fanciful things. Oh, we provided this. Then we would go and buy past questions, go and prepare for exam. That's all we think about. But have we forgotten that if that child doesn't have the right foundation, everything you seek to do at the secondary school level amounts to nothing.
Yeah.
Give the child, and that's how come all over the world, basic education is key. Unfortunately, in Ghana, we don't think about that. What we think about the most is getting people into SHS and advising them to go and shame critics of a system. That cannot be the country that we want to run. We must run a country where there are opportunities for everybody. In fact, in many jurisdictions, the best places to school is the public school. Unfortunately, in Ghana, the best place to have your education. Go to Rwanda. People are leaving the private schools and they are going to the public schools. But as for us, we create a fertile grounds for people to actually leave the public space and go into the private schools. And so if you do not have money, then basic education become a problem for you.
You know, Ray, I was talking about the fact that it's a fresh week. There's a fresh opportunity. Just listening to the headmaster talk about the fact that some old students came together to buy 20 of the desk. I'm just thinking that if we were all to buy, I could buy 5, you could buy 5, Winston could buy 5. You could add to the 20 that they have, because I can't just watch these children sit on the floor to study. This is basic education that we're giving them. It's a good thing that they're even making it to school. What we can do, the very minimal thing we can do, is to help them.
So that they stay in school.
Exactly.
So that they are part of our achievement as a country, so that they drive our future, so that they become the human resource that can build our country for us. They are doing us a favor at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because we said, as a general policy all over the world, any progressive society puts the welfare of the child first. So if the welfare of the child is in this republic, keeping that kid sitting on the floor, and when they are writing, because if you don't put it on your laps, you have to crawl, you have to actually lie down, prostrate before you can write.
That's an impossible thing.
How is that child going to compete globally with other children? That child who sits on the floor and holds and draws a mouse and puts his finger on it, pretending to be holding a mouse.
Yeah.
How is he going to be competitive globally when today AI is the way to go?
Yeah.
When today children as young as 5, 6 are being taught coding.
Yes.
I need you guys to commit, first of all. So are you ready to support?
No, I don't have a problem with that at all. In fact, if you access to even double the number, I don't have a difficulty with that.
Okay.
No, the problem is that we are putting a band-aid to a single problem in one place. Then numerous other areas, so many of them, without the problems, we cannot also going into the future every day be making commitments to all of them. When we have put taxes in the hands and control of a grouping. So I agree that we will commit and actually make sure that at least we get some support for this one. But I've seen a Duchum put furniture, when we're talking about SHS furniture problems in schools, and drive the cars there and be there to see the distribution. I'm expecting him to equally fix this problem, because that symbolism has been shown in some senior high schools. I'm expecting him to equally fix that problem here, because it's not beyond the Ministry of Education.
Right. We actually received a message from Ken Gazy, and Ken says, with regards to this discussion, he also talks about a school in his hometown which was affected by a rainstorm last year, and he wants to highlight because it's similar. Children are going through same. We will come back to this subject. You probably went to school and also sat on the floor. This is 2024. You don't want children doing that. I am making an appeal to you to support us so that we can help the school.
And nobody should be telling us that story. I think that it is... People say, oh, me too, when I was in school, I sat on the floor. In all fairness, that's nonsense. Advancing society is that when I do it in the year 1996, in 2024, kids should not be going through that.
Absolutely.
That's how advancements is determined. So if you did it and it's happening now, you should not be excited that the state has stagnated, that we have not made improvements, that your time and this time is supposed to be. Then what was your contribution to society anyway?
Well, also coming up on our show today.
The equipment that we got didn't even come the times we really have nobody has trained the equipment, nothing. The rackets, nothing. The racket I used to play a tournament. I got it just a day and I've never tested it. The shoe I was size 47. They gave me 36. How am I going to use it for? We don't sit today, we come to play our matches. We sat in our coach's vehicle and it was a pickup. So most of us, like 8 players, were in the bucket. We didn't get any transport. We host nation, Ghana.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
There are lots of challenges with the ongoing Africa Games, and we will tell you more about that here on our show. Our big stories, though, brought to you by Latest Foam. That's your partner for life. And Emirates, fly better.
Now, Mahama, are you dreaming of the perfect sofa to upgrade this year? Your dream sofa is now a reality. I am introducing to you the sensational V Sofa range, where comfort meets style at prices that will make your heart skip a beat. Hop into any of our Latest Foam showrooms nationwide to dive into the world of color and also choices that are so many of them, from the sleek L-shaped V sofa, the one that if you sit on it you can sleep on it, so you are sitting and sleeping at the same time. Yeah, I feel a bit awkward when we are talking about kids not having furniture, but this one is very comfortable. If you have one at home, you will really enjoy it. It is the one that if you sit there, you raise your legs more, then you relax your back more. Oh,
you miss home, eh?
Anyway, so the L-shaped V sofa at just 3,100 cedis to the complete V sofa set for an unbeatable 6,500. You have the opportunity to elevate your living space with Latest Foam, your forever partner in comfort and luxury. Hurry, your perfect sofa awaits. Latest Foam is your partner for life. Then you put on. I like watching a documentary on what they call it, Joy News. Then I'll put up their leg and then say, "Oh yes, that's true.
I need to get.
They are drinking something small. Fruit juice.
I need to get the complete set. Yes. It will be nice, pa.
Yes. And it's not Ahibia.
Just 6,500.
You know when you sit on the L-shaped one, for instance, like Raymond is saying, you put your legs there.
If you're
nobody should sit there. That is true.
Uncle White joined us for Food for Thought today. He's back on Thursday for another Food for Thought. Food for Thought on our show, always brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. There's the latest play.
Yes, Mama V, I know you'd love this. There's Easter period. Roverman Productions, in partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM, presents an original Ibo White classic, Dubai or No Sex. Dubai or No Sex delves into themes of honesty, integrity, impact of social media, and a man's unwavering resolve to stay true to himself in the midst of external pressures. Now, the play shows on the 29th, 30th, and 31st of March, and on the 1st, 5th, 6th, and 7th of April 2024. The show times are Fridays, 1 show only at 7 p.m. Saturdays, 2 shows only at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sundays, 3 shows, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. And 2 shows on Easter Monday, 1st April at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Venues at National Theatre. Rate 200 Ghana cedis. Buy tickets via Koba short code *365 *535 #. and at all regular outlets. For inquiries, call 0596 921960 or send a WhatsApp to 0505 546 030. You can follow us on all our social media platforms at Roman Productions, proudly sponsored by Gino Tomato Mix and GCB Bank Limited. Media partner M Notify and Logistic Movers. Buy your tickets now. Roverman Productions, be the
difference. And listen, we've been telling you that in these times you have to invest twice. And we've been talking about Isway. Well, thankfully, Isway Savings and Loans will be joining us on the show today. We will be exploring the various investment opportunities, more about what they have here on the Super Morning Show. In the meantime, it's a happy birthday to Janelle McCaffrey Obeng, aka Kiki. Is from your parents and brothers to you. They love you so much. Janelle McCaffrey Obeng, aka Kiki, enjoy your birthday today. This is the Super Morning Show right here on Joy 99.7 FM. It's exactly 27 minutes after 8.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Ooh, things are looking up on this side.
When you upgrade to the enhanced GCB mobile app, you start doing more with ease.
Create a GCB instant account easily and conveniently with your GCB mobile app and start sending and receiving funds. All you need is your Ghana card.
Pay your bills, subscriptions, and fees to multiple merchants safe and secure.
Charlie, tap the app, open a GCB instant account, and experience the recoded vibe.
You're able to top up on all types of ECG prepaid meters with their special card readers and keep the power on. No worries, no stress.
With GCB mobile app, you can also generate prepaid and virtual cards to use on ATM machines, POS devices, and for online transactions.
Well, I pay my subscriptions and fees with my GCB mobile app conveniently.
GCB mobile app. Download now from Google Play Store or Apple Store. Upgrade your style. GCB Bank. Your bank for life.
Roverman Productions, in partnership with National Theatre and Joy FM, present an original Igbo White play, Dubai on No Sex.
Barney, darling, do you know where Simon and Diva went for their annual vacation?
To Dubai.
Oh, so you know. And the year before that, they were in the
Caribbean.
Where have you been on vacation with me, your wife?
Ajo, you and I have been at Kwewu for Easter.
Kwewu.
Winneba for Abuache. Elmina for Bakatu.
Elmina.
And we have been at Keta for...
Keta. Barnabas.
We are also regular at Homowo.
Shows on March 29th, 30th, 31st, and April 1st, 6th and 7th. Time, Fridays at 7 p.m. Saturdays, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sundays, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. And a special showing on Easter Monday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Rate 200 Ghana cedis. Get your tickets on the Cobra Shorts code *365 *535# and at all regular outlets. Call 059-6922-040. WhatsApp 050-554-6030. Sponsors: Gino Tomato Mix, GCB Bank Limited, and M Notify. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomrick Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after-sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
A bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams away.
Waikari Capital. We are a multinational fund management company regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Our aim is to help our customers thrive by enabling them to achieve their lifetime financial goals while investing their funds in ways that create a positive future for them, their families, and their businesses. In this way, we help them to create the best life. Speak to us today. Call us on 050-157-7546 or 050-157-7547. Visit www.waikaricapital.com. Waikari Capital. Together towards tomorrow.
It's Ghana Month on Joy. This is 99.7, and our big man from Isway Savings and Loan has just joined us on the Super Morning Show, Mark Smith Ando. Well, since it is Ghana Month, I have to say Akwaba.
Thank you.
Hey! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now,
yes,
we're going to explore your roots.
Okay.
Because Mark Smith Ando there.
Sounds very English.
And I'm just like a central region.
Yes, I'm actually Western region. I'm from Second D Takrade. That's where my father comes from. Kakra. I speak more of my mother tongue, which is Ga.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So I'm still very Ghanaian.
Ah, so we should speak Ga.
Oh, so that's why when you try. Yeah, it's going to be very
welcome
good.
To the show, though.
Thank you. It's awesome to be here.
Right. So Mark Smith Ando is Chief Commercial Officer, Isway Savings and Loans, and we're going to be talking about Isway because a few things have changed at Isway, and we're interested in knowing. So first of all, just give us a bit of background. Tell us about Isway.
Oh, wonderful. So Isway Savings and Loans Ghana is part of the Isway Africa Group, which is headquartered in South Africa, with business operations in Zambia, Kenya, and then of course here in Ghana.
Right.
In Ghana, we've been in operations for about 13 years, and over the period we have served over 150,000 customers. Our customers have largely been from the payroll sector. We call government workers, so people who work for government, teachers, doctors, people who work with the ministries, and we've served them with loans. A lot of these loans have gone towards helping them with their educational needs, either for they themselves to better their education or for people who are associated with them. Majority of the loans have also gone to solve health problems for themselves or their families and close relations, to create additional or side businesses to help them to better their lot.
Right.
So basically, this is what Isway has been about in this country for this period of time.
Right.
Yes.
You've been here for how long?
13.
13 years.
Yes. So we are going on to our 14th year. But this is our
Nice.
13th year of existence in Ghana.
So you've talked about payroll, those who are paid, I guess, by a controller.
Yes.
But what other financial services do you provide?
Okay, so for about 5 years now, we've been a savings and loans business, transitioned from a finance house. So by law, we are allowed to have, we offer savings accounts, current accounts to our customers. We have a popular product which is called the iVest, which is the fixed deposit product, which is also very well known.
I'm familiar with iVest. You say
I hope you're a
invest
customer.
wisely.
Yes. And then we also offer SME loan products, which are business loans to the self-employed people. And then we also offer personal loans. So if you work with an institution like Joy FM and you need a personal loan for something, you can also approach us and we'll help you out. So we are now a fully fledged financial services provider and not just a payroll lender.
Yeah. And we've had a very difficult, financial years before,
Yes.
at least before 2024, you seem to have survived.
We have survived.
You have
We have
been resilient
Yes.
through the period, I
Yes.
must say.
100%.
So I've got to ask you, what is it with Iswe? How have you done it when others couldn't stand it?
I'd say that the first thing would be the international group affiliation, because being part of an international group comes with a lot of higher standards, I would say. So all the financial ratios that financial institutions have to live with and work with. Usually when you are part of an international group, you have a higher or more stringent standards, and so it helps you to meet the local standards better. And out of that also comes stronger corporate governance structures. Of course, being part of an international group doesn't allow you to waver from your core business and your core competencies, and so you don't digress, you stay focused. I think I'd say that these are the key things that have helped us to remain resilient over the very trying times that the general economy has gone through over these past couple of years.
And I guess the advantage also is that even though the local space that you occupy will have regulations, you also have international regulations that you must meet.
Yes.
So it will put you in check.
Yes, those ones are usually more stringent. They're higher. Yes. So it helps us.
If you just join us, my guest on the show is Max Smith-Andor, his Chief Commercial Officer, Iswe Savings and Loans, and we're just talking about Iswe. Now let's talk about the changes that we can see, the visible changes that have happened, because I know a few things have changed. Tell us about it.
All right. So after operating in Ghana and across the group for this length of time, and like I said, we've been in Ghana for 13 years, we have also transitioned, as I also mentioned earlier on, to be more than a payroll lender, offering other things that makes us a full financial services provider. And so we came up with a new strategy to try and figure out where we want to go. First of all, we decided to look into who we are and where we need to go. And in discussing or in introspecting to find out who we are, we realized that over the period of time that we've been in existence, everything that we've done has been to help our customers and all other stakeholders to progress. So for our customers, like I mentioned, they've taken loans from us, they've taken services from us to better their lot. And for the people who work with us, they've also worked with us because they have various things that they want to do. Some people want to work to help their parents pay for the school fees of their younger siblings and all other things. And so in determining who we are, we realize that we are here to help people to progress.
Okay.
And the other thing is that in positioning into the minds of our customers where we want to go. I mean, if you look at the digital age that we have, you want a brand that when people look at, they want to click when you have an app. You want colors that would appeal to people, will speak to people, will make you more approachable. And so, as part of our new corporate strategy, we decided to refresh our brand to help in the positioning in the minds of our customers about who we are and where we want to go.
Okay, so what are your new colors now?
Right. So our old colors used to be dark blue and red on a white background, and now we've transitioned to sky blue on the same white background.
Okay.
Our logo is in lowercase font. Okay, and the idea is that lowercase font makes us more approachable, makes us more likable, makes us simple. And usually when you are texting and you write in caps, it's like you're shouting, you're making emphasis. But we don't want to shout. We want to be more approachable, more fun.
Right.
The other thing about our logo, which it stands out, is the dot on the I. You realize that the dot on the I is a bit stylized. It's not a dot as you traditionally have it.
Yeah.
It's like a rectangle, but it's about 75% of a rectangle. And we believe that it shows work in progress. It's like something that is loading.
That's
and we call it the progress pointer.
Okay.
Right. So basically, this is our new look and feel.
Did your name change?
No, our name has not changed. Our name remains Iswe. A lot of people ask, what does it mean? Iswe is a Zulu word which means nation. It comes from our South African roots. And so our name remains the same, Iswe, and we would like our customers to remember our name and to know that we are here to inspire progress.
I like how you've broken down the new changes.
Yes.
I'm in love with it with Iswe.
That's wonderful to hear. And I'm glad. I hope that your love for us will transition to becoming part of us by enjoying our products and our services. We'd like to have you on board.
Right. Yes. Well, listen, I want to say thank you, but any last words that you want to share with our listeners?
Yes, so we want to invite our listeners who are also our prospective customers to go beyond just listening to us and having a look at our new logo, but to reach out and test our services and become a part of us. So you can reach us by just texting progress to 4993. If you text us, we'll call you back and find out.
4993.
That's Easeway.
Okay.
On the keypad. 4993.
Any network?
Any network. It's a digital world now, so you can also go onto our website, easewaygana.com. You can find us on Facebook. And so, yes, please link up with us and try our services. Check out our new website. Give us some feedback. On the website, we have a WhatsApp platform. So once you click on it on your phone, you can WhatsApp with us. We'll respond to you instantly and try and serve you. Okay. So we are here to inspire progress, and we're happy to have you on board. Thank you so much, Mama V. It's been a pleasure being here.
Thank you too, Mark. But we have to work on that Fanti now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Sammy, my producer, says you should sign out. I would have insisted Fanti, but let's go your motherline.
Oh, thank you very much. I've been done Joy FM. About our company Easeway Savings and Loans. I can able me to she panya fire she nye contact war wafi business modern user Easeway services say can be fair. Mama be me. Yes, we moment that she welcome me be an
this Ghana man is sweet.
It's nice. But when they put you on the spot to speak your local language, it's very difficult. Everything goes away.
And that's the voice of Mark Smith Andrew, his Chief Commercial Officer, Easeway Savings and Loans. Thanks so much for coming on the Super Morning Show. Listen, still ahead on our show, the Super Morning Show.
As mentioned earlier in our complaints or appeal for support, we said that the school, among the problems was the furniture issue, of which most of the old students based in Accra were able to support her with 20 dual decks, which is still not sufficient for not even the only junior high school, but lower primary, upper and KG all need the furniture, which I think is still inadequate to complement or to augment the total number of the students in the school.
Equipment that we got didn't even come the times we really have nobody has trained the equipment, nothing. The rackets, nothing. The racket I used to play a tournament. I got it just a day and I've never tested it. The shoe I was size 47. They gave me 36. How am I going to use it for? We don't sit today, we come to play our matches. We sat in our coach's vehicle and it was a pickup. So most of us, like 8 players, were in the bucket. We didn't get any transport. We host nation, Ghana.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Blessing, do you know of any good medical school I can take Kofi to? Oh, Fifi, is that why you're looking all moody? Then I have some good news for you. The College of Medicine and Allied Sciences, COMAS, Accra, Ghana, is a degree-awarding institution, and they offer Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery using the Graduate Entry Medical Programs, Bachelor of Diagnostic Imaging, and BSc Health Information Management. All these programs are accredited by GTEC. Their bilingual curriculum prepares you to consult in French. But I'm worried about admissions. Admissions are ongoing. Contact us on Facebook or on Instagram at info.comas or call us on 0208-456-556 or send them an email info@comas.edu.gh. COMAS, the citadel of a holistic professional medical education.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
It's time to get you stepping. And with DSTV, the only way is up. Because if you upgrade your DSTV package now, you'll get an even higher package on us. So upgrade now and get boosted to enjoy even more live sport, movie action, local drama, and big-time fun for the kids. Upgrade now and get boosted to the next package. Visit your MultiChoice office or agent and upgrade today. Terms and conditions apply.
National Health Insurance.
Great news! The National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) has waived the waiting period for all members aged 70 years and above. All 70 years and above are also exempted from paying a premium. Enrollment and renewal are absolutely free on the NHIS. Members who are 70 years and above can automatically access healthcare when they newly register with the NHIS or renew their membership annually. You are no longer required to serve the 1-month waiting period for late renewals. Dad, mom, grandpa, and grandma, let your old age be filled with good health and access instant healthcare at zero cost on the NHIS today. Download the My NHIS mobile app to register with your Ghana card or visit the nearest NHIS office. Terms and conditions apply. For details, contact the NHIS call center on 054 444 6447 or 0302 746 447. NHIS, your access to quality healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Happy Monday and welcome to Vital Signs by Sonotech Medical Center. I'm Dr. Grace Bachman. Hope you've been following the discussion on kidney health because there's a big surprise soon. Today, let's shine a spotlight on common kidney diseases. They include acute and chronic kidney disease, kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and polycystic kidney disease. Understanding some of these is the first step to defeating them. Chronic kidney disease is a silent but serious condition where the kidneys gradually lose function over time. Then there are kidney stones, those painful pebbles that form when certain substances in the urine become too concentrated. With proper hydration and dietary adjustment, they can be prevented. Urinary tract infections can also cause discomfort and even lead to more severe complications if left untreated. Don't miss Vital Signs same time on Wednesday.
99.7 FM, and we've been telling you the situation about that school where the pupils have to sit on the floor. In the 21st century here in Ghana, in the year of our Lord 2024, school children sit on the floor. And for those of you who are watching us, who've joined us on Facebook or on X, you can actually see at our background, you can see these, students sitting on the floor. Okay? Some sitting on a bench. Some sitting on the floor and writing. My goodness. We're going to be telling you more about that because we have an old student of the school joining us in studio. We'll introduce him shortly. But first, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials and equipment and furniture at affordable prices. They've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now simply shop by logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time, offering free delivery within Accra and Tema. And they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now, Kali Relief Services, in partnership with the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, is bringing the premier conference in tech for development to Accra. Now, the ICT4D conference is the biggest in-person gathering of ICT4D experts globally. The dynamic gathering of 600 plus inspiring leaders was founded in 2010 by the CRS to bring together a community of practitioners to help accelerate the end of poverty, hunger, and preventable diseases using digital technologies. The event will be at the Alisa Hotel on March 19 to 20, of course, this year, with workshops on the 18th and the 21st. Registrations are still ongoing via the conference website, and you should go there now. ICT4 is the figure 4 for dconference.org. Now, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, will deliver the keynote address. Senior executives from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Microsoft, CRS, among others, will be speaking at this conference too.
Now, did you know that MTN Momo now has an app? Yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. Just download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. And Momo app allows you to view your statements, pay bills, and so much more. Use the app for your Momo transactions and enjoy a 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with a flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go.
I recommend to you heavily the Safari Wildlife Experience. This has been put together by the Safari Valley Eco Park. They have created an environment that fosters the harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and also wildlife such as zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, and also the Patagonian mara, and others that I'm sure you'll be so thrilled to see, where everyone can come and experience these majestic creatures at a starting price of 250 Ghana cedis only, and free for children up to 6 years. Only an hour drive from Accra. It opens from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. Visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, visit safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call this number 059 691 4394. Now,
great. So let's get into it now. Muftar Nabila has joined us. He's an old student of the school we've been talking about. Muftar, thank you very much for joining us. What's the name of the school and where is it located?
It's Do Basic School.
Come again? What's the name?
Do yes.
Basic School.
Yes, DUU.
Okay, Do Basic School.
Yes,
in the northeast. In the northeast region.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us the situation, in that school, because you are an old student.
Yes.
And we're told that you are, helping as old students. What's the state of the school?
It is in a very terrible state, just as you can see right behind you. The children are sitting on the floor. These are JSS students. Yes, that's even JSS students.
JHS?
Yeah. These are JSS students sitting on the floor. They have a population of about 130 for the JSS alone, and a little over 500 for the KG to primary 6. And Winston, over 20 years ago when I started school, I was sitting on that very floor over there.
So you also sat on the floor?
Yes.
It means this is not today's problem?
No, it is not today's problem.
It's been the situation
since. It's been the situation for many, many years. And in fact, I think that at least we should give some amount of credit to World Vision, because around that time, about many, many years ago, they were the only organization who once a while would come to help us. Right? They could help us with some groceries and other stuff for us. But the major problem has always been us sitting on the floor. And those days, I recall vividly how we would write on the floor for the teacher to come and mark. Because
write on the floor for the teacher to come and mark?
Oh, yes. We write on the floor, the teacher will come and mark. Sometimes you write and finish and use your leg to clean. Yeah, those are the stories we've gone through. And in fact, even around that time, the major challenge was the fact that we were sitting under neem trees because the classes were not enough to contain all of us. So we were sitting under neem trees to study. Over 20 years on, JSS has been added. Children are still sitting on the floor. So it's quite inhumane to have JSS children still sit on the floor to have instructional sessions with their teachers.
Is the situation different in the primary session?
It is worse, actually, in the primary session.
They also don't have chairs?
They don't have anything. That school have got absolutely nothing. The first time they got furniture for this year, it was the old students of DUE, of which I am a part of, that contributed money, bought 20 dual desks, and gave it to the school. And when we gave it to the school, they went and placed it in the JSS because the JSS, there were like 130, so the 20 could only cater for 40 students. The head teacher told me that someone too decided to support them with 5. So now they have 25, so they have 50 kids off the ground. But the rest are still sitting on the floor.
My goodness.
Yes. Winston, it's a huge problem. And I remember 3 years ago, there was a heavy downpour, thunderstorm, that got most of the roofs completely off. We contributed money to buy roofing sheets to go and fix the school because it is our alma mater. So we have a role to contribute.
Now, DUE, for instance, I mean, we'll hear from the headmaster shortly, but help us understand where DUE is in the northeast region, so we have a better appreciation of the community.
Okay, so DUE is in the West Mamprusi district. If you get to Wale Wale and you are headed towards Wulugu or Bolga, let me use Bolga because Bolga is quite famous. There are 2 ways you can get to DUE. Either right after the Ghana Commercial Bank, you take your left and drive towards Zangum to Nabari or Kinkandina, and then you drive towards DUE. Or you go straight to Wulugu. When you get to Wulugu, so from Bimsi you get to Wulugu, and then Wulugu you take a left turn and drive direct. When you drive direct, you get to Kinkandina, you get to Silinga. From Silinga you get to Nabari. From Nabari you get to Sarba, and Sarba you get to DUE. So it is in the West Mamprusi district.
DUE you get to where?
To Basingpe.
Basingpe?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where we're told the vice president's mother comes from.
Yes.
Okay, so this is something that is very close from before he gets to the mother's hometown, he will pass by your
definitely
hometown. Hold on a minute for me. We'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll hear from the headmaster of the school.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Hello, AT customers. May I have your attention, please? Ready for the good news? Yes, this is really exciting news from your favorite network, AT. AT is giving you, their cherished customer, a whopping 200% airtime bonus every time you buy airtime via credit transfer or AT money. You can use this bonus to talk from Kren to Kran for up to 72 hours. Do you also know the interesting fact? You can ask your agent to do direct data bundles such as Sikakoko, Big Time, and Fuse bundles for you. So, the next time you need to top up whether airtime or direct internet bundle, just find the nearest AT agent and request for credit transfer or dial *110# to buy directly from your AT Money wallet. Don't miss your 200% bonus. Top up now. Spread the concern.
AT. Life is simple.
Everywhere you go, big go for the friends and the family. Big go, big refreshing moment. Big go for the kids and the adults. Big go, boys and girls with a drink up. Big go, everywhere the party day. Big go, we go mash up the place with it. Big go, greatest in every battle. Big go, big go, big go, big go, big go, big go. Big refreshing moment.
Big old drink. Big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Ago! Mi here nyawawa tu. Kemba gana nyon ye joy. Akwabo.
Miyawezo.
Mama wana akwabo.
Barka da zuwan watan kasan Ghana a nan gidan Radio Joy.
Obenim busumi eye Ghana busumi.
Miyawezo over Ghana month jila Joy 99.7 FM.
Akwaba eba Ghana month on Joy.
Mimabe akwaba wo Ghana siani lile yazu wo Joy. We invite all of you to join us this March as we celebrate Ghana here on Joy 99.7 FM.
During this Ghana month, you will be treated to our history, tourism, arts and culture,
our music, our food, language, beliefs, and all that makes us unique as a people.
Right here on Joy 99.7 FM.
You'll also get to tell us stories about your region, town, or village and why we should make it a destination.
Celebrating our uniqueness as a people.
Ghana Month on Joy FM.
Ghana Month on Joy.
Ghana Month on Joy.
Ghana Month on Joy.
Ghana Month on Joy. Joyously Ghanaian.
Ghana, we now have freedom.
GoTV is stepping up your entertainment from the 15th of January at no extra cost to you. If you are on GoTV Value, upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Already on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. And if you are on GoTV Max, upgrade to GoTV Super to enjoy the best of the best on GoTV Super Plus. Don't wait. Step up your entertainment today. It's on us. GoTV. Love it. T's and C's apply.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy.
to play. But most importantly, the people we put in authority, the people who are entrusted, whom we entrust with our taxes, with respect to do things right. Imagine in the 21st century, 2024, school children sitting on the floor in this year, 2024, some being supported by blocks and having to write. I mean, how do we expect JHS students to be in such an environment? Well, that's the situation at the Do Basic School. And Mufta Nabila is helping us understand where Do is in the northeast region.
Yes.
And you've told us that you actually went through the same situation.
Yes.
It means that this is not a 2024 challenge.
No.
It's been there. Unfortunately, we have not dealt with it all these years.
Yes.
And you were telling us of how, the communities that are very close, you've mentioned. What was the last place?
So the last place is Pasungpe, where the vice president's mother comes from. So, and many times we would always tell you that we are proud that we've been able to produce a vice president for the country. Because
you produced the vice president.
We did.
Yeah, but the neighboring towns, they are all the same.
Okay.
They are related. I mean, they may even be in the same district.
Imagine.
I don't know in the same district.
We are in the same district.
Then they are the same.
We are in the same district. And
slight differences.
Winston, if I'm seated, my house is just by the road. If the vice president is passing by, I'll see him.
Okay. If he's passing by to his mother's
village, I'll see him.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud that we've been able to produce a vice president for our country, Northeast. Yes.
Look, let's listen to the headmaster.
Okay.
And I know that a lot of people are listening to us right now. They would want to help. I know you're raising some funds. Would get those details. But first, let's listen to the headmaster, Mr. Nuhu. Tell us the state of the Do Basic School.
The school has a population of about 130. That is for only the junior high school. But for the primary, we have close to 1,000 student population from both lower, upper, and then KG. In fact, the school has so many problems that we think it has become beyond our solution. And then if we don't put it on the public domain, we may not get solution. I think there's a saying in our local dialect that you wash your dirty informant was his or her dirty linen in the air, but eventually he may find solution to some of the problems. So I am always here to appeal for support for the school. As mentioned earlier in our complaints or the appeal for support, we said that the school, among the problems was the furniture issue, of which most of the old students based in Accra were able to support her with 20 dual decks, which is still not sufficient for even not even the only junior high school, but lower primary, upper, and KG all need the furniture, which I think is still inadequate to complement or to augment the total number of the students in the school. Aside the furniture issue, we also have the school having a water problem. In fact, since the inception of the school, there's no borehole in the school. And then the children always trek all the way from the school to the nearby borehole closer to the health center, which they always cross the road, which is even risky to their life because the vehicles are passing every day and then it can even cause an accident if not watched carefully. So I still appeal for support that if we could get a borehole, even situated at the primary, because they have much population, or if you even get one at the junior high school too, it's better for us. Aside the water situation, we also have the school not connected to the electricity grid or national grid. In fact, we still need the lights, because if there's no lights, we can't even have computer studies or what have you in the school, of which we need more support, particularly the lights regard to the electricity connected to the school for all the school, the junior high school, primary, and that of the KG, so that we can have light to learn when we are supported with computers and other activities that demand electricity. Aside the electricity issue, we also have a challenge of broken doors, windows, and then when it rains, the roofs of the building leaks, and then even the floors are cracked. We need some repairs. Some of them are even major, not even minor. And forthcoming, the capitation grant we use to support supplement the situation of the school. But some of these years we've not been getting the capitation grant coming, and that reason even face a problem for us. We can't do any manner repairs in the school. Aside this, there are other problems that we are facing, of which I can't mention all of them, but we need the support of philanthropists and whoever is listening to this information coming from the junior high. We need all hands on deck to support us, provide the needs of the school in order for the children to sit comfortable and learn and then achieve academic excellence, which we all yearn for. And I say assalamu alaikum to each and everyone who hear this message from the school.
And this is Ghana in the year 2024. We are not listening to the story of an ancient school, Ghana, in 2024.
And think about the age of Muftar. If Muftar went through this process, the reasonable expectation is that a prosperous or improving or developing country would have improved the situation there, so that today we would have been talking about, oh no, their power situation is not good, so they need solar panels on their building. We are talking about something more. We have been discussing, oh, we need to get them better facilities to study with. Maybe the tablets would have worked now. I hope you get my point. Because
the tablets cannot even work because the school crowd doesn't even have power.
No, if it was unacceptable during Muftar's time, how we determine our progress is that these kids have some standard of living elevated small, so that subsequent people, the people will come and say, oh, it was like that. You go and tell them the story, they'll be amazed that this was the state of their school. But for it to be like that for a very long time shows the level of neglect that we have actually subjected the people to, as if this is not part of Ghana. How different is it from that mentality that the colonial master had about the Northern Territory? You tell me. You convince me otherwise.
Yeah. Muftar, so, I mean, a lot of people want to help. I've seen people sending messages and they say, how can they help? So if somebody wants to help, and you've made the point about your pride in having a vice president come from your area, I hope that, I know that his office is listening. And in 2016 that the vice president went to donate a desk to Perisi?
Yes, February 2016.
2016.
Perisi MA.
Yeah, Perisi MA, when he had that the students lacked a desk. So it's something I know he will do for the.
I don't know when he's going to the village. Maybe when he's going to the village and he decides that, okay, let me get to my mother's village. Maybe he might just decide to give us desk in our school, because it is something that we really need. Philanthropies, corporate organizations, the office of the vice president, the member of parliament for the area, and other members of parliament. If everyone should come and help these kids, because like you heard him say, if over 20 years ago I was sitting on the floor, in fact, I was writing on the floor for my teachers to mark, because around that time it was quite rare for us to have access to books and pencils and pens and whatever. And to this point, we are still having kids sitting on the floor. Like you mentioned, 21st century, 2024, kids are still sitting on the floor to study. It's quite problematic. And this JSS case, you want them to write same exam as those who are privileged to be in the cities and come and go to the same secondary schools.
Yeah.
How do you expect them? In fact, I was just when you were saying, I mentioned something. The school doesn't have power. You expect these kids to go and write ICT, information, communication, and technology. How do you expect that kid to pass? It's a big question. So sometimes, just sometimes, I feel I was one of those rare and privileged cases, because most of my mates, they are farmers in the village. Most of them. And I was a bit fortunate because I remember when I got to JSS 2, and in fact, when we were going to JSS, we were asked to buy furniture. So my mother, who was then living in Accra, decided to buy a desk for me to take to school, table and chair. So in JSS 2, when I got to JSS 2, that was when I came and joined my mother in Accra and wrote BEC. So when I came and wrote BEC, then I went back to the village where I went to Boku Secondary School. So that is how I was able to leave the village environment. Because
so in effect, I mean, if you're suggesting that if you had
maybe if I stayed there,
you probably would have ended up like a lot of your mates.
Like a lot of my mates, because most of them, as you and I speak, with all due respect to them, they are working on the farms. Those who even want to teach, those who want to get to training college and teach, they don't even have the opportunity to do that. The best most of them have gotten is either they've completed JSS or they've gone to secondary school and they've not been able to continue. It is a major concern. And in fact, I've had calls from people within the area. In fact, it's a major concern around the entire constituency.
Muftar, how do we help?
Well, so far, I've had generous people come my way who have all supported me with some money. In fact, when I spoke to the sports minister, he also decided to give me some. He gave me 2,000 Ghana cedis to buy the furniture. Robert Coleman of Wembley Sports Complex also gave me 2,000 cedis. Our very own Andy Dusty gave me 500 Ghana cedis. So I've been able to raise over 9,000 Ghana cedis. But considering the student population, we will need more. So if someone out there who wants to help us, person can take my number and send the money into my wallet. And if you want to go to the school too and donate, I will willingly take you there. The major satisfaction for us is that these kids who are sitting on the floor get the furniture. If you want to go and give it to them, I can lead you there. It's not a big deal. I'll take you there. So
what's your number? The number
054 91 26905.
Take your time and mention the number so we can
054 91 26905. Yes,
so that's the number.
That is the number.
That's the Momo number.
That's the Momo number.
If you want to,
if you want to support,
donate to support.
And the name is my name. It is my name, which is ornate, because this is
what's your name?
Muftar Abdullah. So if you are sending the money, you will see Muftar Abdullah. The Nabila is not part of that name. When I was going to register, it was just the voter ID. So people who are willing to help, we are ready. I've spoken to many people, and in fact, I spoke to McDan. In fact, I called McDan in the night. He answered me. We spoke. I reached out to Robert Coleman in the evening. He was willing to support. He sent me 2,000 Ghana cedis right away.
Great. So this is what we're going to do. We'll put a number out again. But Raymond, you've listened to this. This is 2024 Ghana. We're not listening to an ancient story being told of, a war-torn country.
And frankly, this one, we don't need to marshal all the forces in this country to help. This is not one of the... You see the point. This is not what you really need all hands on deck on. I am expecting, and so that we show faith, we would contribute, but I'm expecting the education ministry that this one is slipped under the radar.
Yeah.
So quickly they can fix this problem. We have seen this happen on so many occasions.
Yes.
where the ministry has actually said, no, we didn't know it was happening. In fact, we rarely had the advantage of having to see this happening. So we are sorry, we are going to fix it soon. I'm expecting something like that because it's a municipal assembly that's in charge of the school.
Yes.
The understanding is that if they can't raise money to fix this problem, the state would respond from Accra. And Dr. Oseya Oduchum, you have done more than just this one. This cannot be a blot on your work as education minister.
Yeah.
So it actually has to be fixed immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, people can help. I think that the things that we should be inviting people to help do are with things like advancement in the education of the people there and all of that. But as for basic furniture, it should be sensible for the state to intervene immediately. Your intervention should be seen and felt now. It wouldn't take a lot to get this done. There are people in the region who can actually raise or have the furnitures available that can be bought and sent to them.
Oh, yes.
This can be easily resolved. This does not require a national rallying call. I hope you get my point.
Yeah, I get
Because when we do that, then we are basically saying that we are not a serious state. And to allow this happen for all these years, we should bow down our heads in shame. And you ask yourself, how many of the similar schools are existing in the Republic and we are pretending all is well?
Muftau,
Winston,
we have good news.
Okay.
Because the founding CEO of the CEO Network Ghana and the CEO Summit, Ernest Ejir, the Graft Ejir, has committed to providing 110 dual desks to the school.
Okay.
Yes. So he just sent me a message. That's Ernest de Graft Ejir, who's the founding CEO of the CEO Network Ghana and the CEO Summit. Okay. So 110
that will take care of 220.
Yes. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you. God bless you.
Ernest Ejir.
And this you are doing, it will cover for even unborn generations of Jew. And I'm lost of words, actually. You can see I'm getting a bit emotional about this.
You relax at this point in time. I can understand. I mean, but talk. Yes, show your appreciation.
Yeah,
to them.
I'm really excited. Mr. Ernest, may you never lack. May whatever you desire come to manifest.
Amen.
The Kids of Do will forever be grateful for what you have decided to do for these kids.
Okay.
The BEC will be coming up pretty soon. Hopefully, they will get some of them to sit on and then before they go to Wulugu Secondary School to go and read the BEC. And hopefully, just hopefully, they'll be able to maintain and keep these decks that you're going to provide even for unborn generations to be able to use them. Thank you very much, Ernest. I am extremely grateful.
Thank you very much, Ernest de Graft Ejir. But you can also help. You've talked about primary school situation still, like the JHS, and so you're looking at 500 pupils in the primary school.
Yeah.
So
in fact, for the headmaster is more than that. But just give an approximated number.
Yeah. So all of us can help. Okay. If you want to help, you can reach Muftau Abdullahi. The number to reach again is
054-9126-905.
And in case for all my friends who are listening and would want to help, if you contact me, I'll show you how to get Muftau Nabila, and he will be of help to you. I mean, all of us must come together to help.
Sure.
Raymond, you're right, but it gets to a point where sometimes you say, I mean, why should children suffer because the state has neglected them? And for those of us who can contribute, let's just do it to help them. After all, like we say.
In fact, former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah sent me 1,000 cedis about a week ago. The CEO of Dreams FC also sent me 1,000 cedis.
Oh, okay. People
in fact, this like I was doing Lala Sulala. Yes, I'll just contact this person and tell you, this is what the kids in my village are going through. We've been able to contribute some money to buy some, but a chunk of the kids are still sitting on the floor, and we need support. We need help. If people should really come and help us. In fact, you heard the headmaster talk about no doors, no windows, no light to the school. Everything, anything at all, anyone can help us with this. No borehole in the school. anything anyone can help us with, we'll be extremely grateful, and we'll really, really appreciate it. And God bless everyone in advance for supporting Do. Like I mentioned, someone also called me and was telling me about his village, how J.O. Kufuor built a 3-classroom block for them many years ago. That 3-classroom blocks are taking care of hundreds of children. So a chunk of them are sitting under trees. If you bring this to help, and there are more, why not? The neighboring villages that are also struggling, we just, if Do is catered for, we'll attend to the others, everyone will benefit. Thank you very much.
Very much.
Thank you.
Don't go yet, because we have another conversation that you're a part of, and so stay with us. When we return, All Africa Games here on the Super Morning Show. Staying with us, this is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Remember, we've been talking about the Do Basic School.
Yes.
In the Northeast region.
Yes.
West Mamprusi Municipality.
Yes.
And the fact that if you want, to know where Do is, it's actually the town before the Vice President's mother's hometown. Yes. And all of you are proud that you've been able to produce a Vice President
for the country. Yes,
so, Dr. Bamia, he will go and help them.
Yes. I mean, this one we expect it to be done quickly.
Like even for Perisi.
Yes, some time ago. Even when they took pictures with them
so
on the ground. So the expectation is that quickly he will fix it. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. I mean, if he is busy today, he can just send his team, or he can actually arrange the minister. He can dispatch the minister to now go and deliver that quickly.
Sure.
Because I mean, it's not that it's close to you, but some of these things should be resolved so that you can show that we are actually in charge of the country and that we can respond to issues quickly, and so that we care about our people. The expectation is that this will be done. In fact, this week is even yes, it should be done immediately.
In fact, responding to quickly, Peter Ritchie just responded to quickly and sent me 1,000 cities. Thank you, Peter. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Raymond, we'll talk about the All Africa Games briefly. Muftau Abdullah is here. He will tell us. The medal table not looking good for Ghana, but the question really is, I mean, what at all is wrong with us? That today, even the cyclists don't have bicycles. They're using their personal bicycles.
Yes.
And the bicycles are getting damaged.
Yes.
Look, this is Ghana month, and on Saturday we are going to the Eastern Camp Adventure. And we'll be lodging somewhere, camping somewhere, on the, serene on the top of the Ebri Mountain. We'll experience the adventure of tent accommodation. Ramon, have you experienced that before?
No,
tent accommodation.
No.
You should experience it.
Yes, I was hoping to do so. That's next week, right?
Oh, yes, Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, yes. Samuel Damia has actually paid for me, so as is expected.
1,500.
Yes.
That's chicken change for Samuel Damia.
Me alone
is the. So the good thing is that apart from the tent accommodation, we'll be sitting by the far side.
Yes,
where we get to hear Anansi stories.
Are you the one delivering them?
Who knows? That's a surprise.
Because the name, you also have trademark to it. So the people who know, they know.
Those who don't know.
Yes.
They'll tell you if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Follow who know rules.
Yes. So if you are delivering it.
So we'll be telling our ancestors, but that will not be all. There will be Jama night and the jungle party with barbecue. Jungle party. In the jungle or in the tent, on the top of on top of the mountain.
I mean, that's a very cozy environment to be and partying without disruptions, without a very exclusive environment. Yeah, I mean, with barbecue.
Oh, that'll be fantastic. Yesterday I was actually at
the world is sweet.
I went to Manfederabat, and the feeling that the weather.
No, the special kind of air you breathe in, right? It's as if it's purified. It's as if it's a very nice one. You don't feel the pollution.
Unlike Accra. So we'll visit the Asinema Waterfalls, Ewukugwa, and Safari Valley Eco Park.
You'll end up there too.
Where we'll have lunch. That's where we'll have lunch
actually. Yeah. To Safari people.
We'll have lunch.
Oh, that's why I say no. When
Samuel Odami says greetings.
When Adam came here, is it last week, right? She said that because I've been troubled a lot lately, and that sometimes when she hears me speak, she thinks that I'm going through a lot. So I need to relax with this experience. Because I heard of the complete package, now I have agreed that I'll go through the experience so that it will reduce my troubles.
The complete package,
Yeah.
I think I also must take advantage and have a complete package.
If you look at it 100%, and it ends up at Safari Valley, the place that Aaron has been dreaming to go to. To go and see the Patagonian
Mara. Okay. Well, it's only 1,500 Ghana cedis. And I mean, that includes your transportation, access to tourist sites, full board meals, and everything else is covered. So
full board meals.
Full board meals.
The young people understand. Board meals. Yeah.
Save a spot.
The way they spread the food. No?
Yeah.
Save a spot now. Pay via Momo. 059-303-8842. The name on the Momo is Daniel Boyfuel or Multimedia Group. Use the reference Joy Camp, or you can pay via short code star 714 star 003 hash and follow the prompts. For more information, please call 0302 216 540. The Eastern Camp Adventure Discoveries Fun Memories. African Dream. Muftar, how's it going?
It's okay.
It's okay?
It's okay.
In the midst of all the disgrace?
Disgrace?
Yes. But how do you provide? I mean, your badminton team gets their racket a day before the competition.
Okay, so some of the challenges, some of them are self-inflicted, and others, I think that it was due to certain factors beyond the control of maybe the federations. So there's some of the equipment.
Muftar, hold on. We didn't know that the All Africa Games was going to start on the 8th of March.
We knew. In fact, not on the 8th of March. Badminton was actually supposed to start on March 3.
On March 3. And
yes.
We didn't know that we're going to compete in it.
Okay. So let me just give you some brief explanation of some of the issues. So for instance, I was made to understand that some of the equipment, when they got to the border, clearing them was a problem.
Equipment for the state Ghana?
Yes, for the state Ghana.
A federation cannot clear it. That's news to me.
The money to clear is not there. They will go to the ministry. The ministry don't, like when they were doing
after
their
releasing 195 million on just infrastructure, we don't have money to clear equipment.
So the thing is that it's something that is not budgeted for. So you've not budgeted that when we buy the equipment and they come into the country, we will need money to go and clear them.
Just get away.
We're expecting a waiver.
Yeah, but if you're expecting a waiver, you can get a waiver.
So, and even if you're going to get a waiver, the bureaucratic processes that you would have to go through to clear them.
Not when the state is involved. If the state needs it, the state will get it.
And again, you plan for this. So
exactly.
There are no excuses here.
No. So you need to plan for it. It's all about planning. So if we had planned properly, and we knew that, let's say, March 3, we're supposed to have badminton. Equipment should be in the country about a month plus, so that the athletes or our representatives can use those equipment before the main event. But unfortunately, like we heard from Leslie yesterday when he said he got the equipment, then the next day he had to go into battle. So he's not even familiar with the equipment that was handed to him to use for the African Games. That's one area of the problem. And the other area is where I spoke about the challenges of having to clear some of the goods. I remember some goods actually stayed at the harbor for 6 days.
Can you imagine?
6 days.
That one is even likely to attract charges, punitive charges.
But that's it. You see, the cycling, for instance, you have cyclists go out there without bicycles. Ghana's fastest cyclist, or the cycling champion, Michael Naba, his bicycle broke down.
Yes.
His personal bike that he was using to go for the event, it broke down.
And you say that's not a disgrace? That your cycling champion has his bicycle breaking down
You see,
during the All Africa Games. My goodness.
You see, Winston.
I thought the ambulance matter was a bit of a problematic one.
Until
you mentioned all of these things. Of course, I've also heard of the cars that were supposed to follow that matter. But how is it possible that all of these are cascading and coming together, except perhaps we are acting as if we are isolating the 1% of incidents and making it look like it's marring the entire thing. But even with the 1%, some of these are unreasonable things that you never expect to happen.
That's why
like
self-inflicted.
The presence of an ambulance, for
Yes.
example. If it's there on Saturday, how come it doesn't appear on the Sunday? I mean, yes, you can argue that it did a lot of rounds, 90 kilometers.
They said there
and all
was no
that.
fuel.
But, okay, so not for no fuel with our normal ambulance, but you are planned for a tournament. If you plan for it, the next day getting fuel for that particular ambulance to move cannot be an excuse. I mean, we joke around some of these things, but how is it possible that we claim to have planned to deliver and you are having a fuel excuse? Why? How? Because one of the things that anybody doing project management will come to make reservations for these things.
Oh yes.
And it's so basic.
It's like I said, it's a matter of planning. I'm not sure we had the planning right. If the planning was right, some of these things shouldn't be happening. It's unacceptable that athletes or cyclists will get there and there's no ambulance. How did you plan with the those who are managing the ambulance? And for them to even tell you there's no fuel is another matter. It took a call from above. I don't know what that call gave them fuel or what. Maybe they were sitting there waiting for someone to give them money. Maybe there was a promise that the money would come and it didn't come. For instance, the games management system that we acquired for about $5 million. How are you getting ready for an African Games competition and you are acquiring the games management system just 40 days to the event? You realize that many people were complaining about accreditations. The system was such that it will send you 5 emails at a go. It's because, one, when they went and acquired the system, they didn't pay, and those in charge of the thing closed it, so we couldn't access it. But in the end,
they went for a system.
Yes,
and didn't pay for it.
They didn't pay. And you see, we always say no money.
No, hold on. No. I mean, see, we don't have to necessarily give out money when you're actually buying something.
When you're buying something,
you can have an arrangement.
That you pay later.
Didn't you have an arrangement like that in place?
Okay, so they wanted 2 game management. In fact, they were talking to 2 companies. One of the companies said, if you don't make payment, we'll not give you our platform. One company was willing to let them have access to the platform and make payment. You started using the platform without making payment. So they decided to block it. They decided to close it.
Okay.
So use the platform, make payments later.
Yes.
We started using the platform, had no discussions about when we will make payment.
You see, one of the major
because
things...
No, because the moment we sign a contract,
yes,
it is deemed that I owe you.
Yeah.
So if you are that institution...
So if you fail to pay...
Yes, no, you will take your money, but you sign a contract.
Yes.
The contract should take care of all of those things.
Yes, of how you even... when you abuse the contract, what should happen at the end of the day?
Let me tell you something. I mean, in this company, for instance, if we issue a receipt to you, okay, there are times that we've given you a receipt, a VAT one, for that matter, but you've not paid the money.
Yeah.
You pay later. We would actually go and pay VAT next month, but we're still waiting. These are receivables. We're waiting that you pay.
Yes.
But we'd have accounted for it. And so if we are filing our financials, if, for instance, based on our assessment for the year, quarterly, we'll go and pay that money. We'll say, this is how much we've made, we'll pay.
No, but the point is that, some of these foreign companies, if you fail to meet a deadline, you failed. They'll take you off. So they took us off the platform.
If that's the arrangement we had with them, you get on point, because you must have an arrangement that if you fail to make payment, these are the mitigation measures I will take.
Do you know the excuse that people gave for the thing? They said it crashed. It didn't crash. It's because they didn't pay.
Oh, okay. So we're telling our people it has crashed.
The system has crashed. It didn't crash.
But we had not paid.
We hadn't paid.
After the 200 million.
Okay, so 195 million was meant for infrastructure.
And 47 million for the...
about 48 million for operations. And this is where I personally...
Of which we have bought cars.
Yes. We
And
bought
in
cars.
total, we are using 332 cars.
Yes.
So what happened to the second cycling day when it comes to cars? The cars are supposed to follow them.
You see, the man in charge of the transport for the African Games is Samson Dean. I don't know the kind of arrangement that he also has with the local organizing committee, because you've been put in charge of transport. Dan Kweku Yeboah has been put in charge of media. This former doctor, Dr. Ansa, Owusu Ansa, Dr. Owusu Ansa.
Okay.
He's the chief operating officer, so he's in charge of most of the basic things. Rex Brobe is also playing his role. So they've divided themselves to ensure that the organization of the African Games is a success.
Also, as a former director of UG Sports.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. He's the chief operating officer for the African Games. So all these people decided, okay, let's divide ourselves and play our roles so that we'll be able to organize the African Games successfully. I cannot tell the kind of conversation they had with Samson Dean prior to the cycling, because I am aware that they have cars at the airport picking people when they arrive in the country, media, athletes, officials, and take them to the hotels, the games village, and everything. And in fact, if you arrive at the airport, they have local drinks, they have chops, everything available for you. We want to treat them nice. So if you've been able to do all these because you have a plan for it, what happened to the plan prior to the cycling event? Is it that it was an oversight that you did not get the people to go and be at the place so that you could have cars follow them? Because you have so many cars, and you have even police escort often when you're going out for games.
Muftau, what is happening today? Because as for the problems, I mean, our time is up. We're just disgracing ourselves.
They are sounding more like broken records for us to speak about. So today there's going to be beach volleyball. There's cricket.
Beach volleyball. Are the nets and everything ready?
Yeah, as of yesterday, they were still fixing some. So I think everything will be.
Thank you very much. It's okay. Look, let's save you the stress. That'll be all from us this morning here on the Super Morning Show. As for the All Africa Games that are